Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I am Brett in the cat hat.
The fuck does that even make sense? So you're
Once
Brett.
they hear the movie title, they'll understand.
What? No, it
I'm
doesn't.
Matt. Let's just get it in.
No. Let's talk about this for a moment. You're Brett in the
Damn it.
cat hat. So you're a Brett inside of a cat, inside of a hat, or wearing a hat?
I'm Brett,
Are
and
you
I'm
fucking
wearing
that
a
cat?
hat that has a cat on
You're
it.
fucking that cat. Okay, good. He picked up your picture and
You're
jerked
just
off to you.
jealous because
My
you don't have a
name
cat hat
is
on.
Brandon. Nowhere near that fucking cat, Mayo.
And last night, we watched...
Cat in the Hat.
Oh, look at that. The callback worked.
Normal broadcasting will be discontinued for an indefinite period.
Thanks for warning.
They walk among us.
Now they're watching us too, huh?
I saw someone. I swear to God. I saw it.
I'll make it easy for you.
A remarkable first attempt.
That's what this film is all about.
Oh shit, Brandon nailed that intro.
Oh, it was really good.
Okay, hold on. We're not going to Brett rated it a 75 out of 86.
No, that never
feels
happened.
like
Did you
a
hear it
code.
recorded? Did you hear that? Because on the recording they won't.
Yeah, Brandon's intro was a 75 out of 86.
I feel like
That's
this
a
is like
Brett
a
score
code
if I've
on
ever
Twitter.
heard it. Is it a 7.5 out of 8.6 is what we're saying?
No, he would have used decimals if he meant that. That's the problem.
There are 86 ways that you can nail an opening as someone that's done it, for... How long have we been doing this?
If you look at it, man, it's quite a bit of time. Brett and me started actually prior to when Matt joined. There are some old ass recordings I found the other day.
If you think this is bad...
Hey,
Somehow
we
it
used to be in the
works.
same room. We used to be in the same room. I
Yeah.
used to have to look at him as he bombed.
That's... I wish I could fight you on this, but you're right.
I mean, I was over there nuking too. Don't worry. There was lots of. There
There's
was
two
not.
guys bombing.
They were not fireworks.
It
They were
is
just
amazing.
death rallies.
Yeah, it wasn't, it was what we promise is what Iran promises, and then what we delivered is what Iran delivers.
Death to America.
And then...
Inefficient missile volleys.
Exactly.
Okay, I kind of get it. You know what? The 75 out of 86 makes sense now.
Yeah, people think this podcast is to watch bad or decent movies and make fun of it. No, it's to bring down the American system as it currently exists.
I mean, you watch some of these films, like, I could see bringing. I mean, Book of Henry should not have been made, and probably would not have been made in any other country in the world.
It would not. I guarantee.
Well,
Korea?
that's kind of
No,
our
no,
sin.
that's not true. Korea would have made it because Korea makes these movies that are like, let's pull at your heartstrings while like evoking the worst thing that could happen to a human.
I would
Just
also
to
say,
America
yeah,
and Korea.
it's always soap opera-ish. And I would say Iran might make it because they might back and fund that because they'd be like, look at your stupid American religion.
This is your culture. And it's like, damn, Iran has a point.
You know
for
what?
it.
You guys
Damn
are right.
Iran.
You gotta stay Iran.
We're movie terrorists. Well, really, the movies we watch are terrorists.
Yeah, we're liberating minds.
What's the movie we watched with it's a kids movie with the stupid Muppet guy and magic powers? Munchie. Yeah, Munchie 2
How
would
fucking
make
dare
me.
you?
How could you phase that out? It's not like we watched Garbage Pail Kids, which we should totally watch, and it's not like we watched The Muppets. You were like, "What's that movie with the
Muppet
Muppets?"
movie.
Well, I'm glad you guys remember.
Oh,
Sounds
right.
like grandma. He's got the pizza. He's the pizza guy.
That's because my
It's like
brain was
grandma,
trying to
it's
protect me.
munchy. It's always
Thanks.
munchy. It's
Thanks,
never
Grandma. Go
changed from
order some
munchy.
pizza.
Yeah. We rented that movie so many times, and I don't even know that we liked it anymore. It's just you go to grandma's and she rents munchies and you order pizza.
It was better than some of the classics she had sitting under her TV at times. Grandma with her VHS player and the VHS rewinder over there, and I'm like,
Oh,
look
I
at you,
love that.
nice and neat. You know this thing can rewind too, right?
Yeah, but this doesn't affect. I mean, you could
You
have
could
that
watch your
conversation.
second
with her.
movie while
Yeah,
that one was
all the other
rewinding.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say just get
But
another VHS player.
I will
she
say
did
though,
have some classics there, though,
she
She
did.
did. She had bed
Also,
knobs and broomsticks.
and The Great Mouse Detective.
oh yeah, and Balto. That's one I remember.
Eh,
Uncle Boris.
That came
Uncle
later
Boris.
on. That was
Yeah.
a darker period for Grandma. That was her
Grandma-
Barto!
Blue.
Grandma
Matt, you
loves
like
her.
Barto?
I'm just gonna sit over here and look at the wall.
Yeah, that's when our little ADHD brother, Barto.
I don't think that's ADHD. I think you might have misdiagnosed me at some point.
I just didn't want to
Wait,
say the other
wait.
one.
Yeah, I was about to
Uncle Boris
say
did.
that
By
was
the
3
mimicry.
fucking
That was a
symptoms.
decision. And
He
Okay,
trumped me.
good, because I was so fucking lost. I was like, what, what does Matt have? Because based
you know
on
how
your
Matt is.
interpretation,
Otto.
Matt didn't make it to 22.
yeah, I will say Matt went stupid for that movie, and you know he did.
I
did.
That was
have
the
that
first
movie
word he learned
memorized.
how to read when he was like 2 years old. Yes,
And
it
I'm
was
like,
memorization, but he could still see. You could write the word Balto, and he'd say Balto.
Oh, I know the B. That's the only B word. I watched that movie a few years ago because it was on Netflix.
I knew a few other ones,
And it-
bitch.
and it blew my mind. I still had that movie memorized.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
like
not
doing the
shocked,
dialogue
man.
with him, and I'm like, "Oh, this is not a good look."
That's Goofy movie for me.
I love Goofy movie too, though.
But Goofy movie, we were like the same. Those movies came out at the same time, Brandon.
Yeah.
Like Balto,
90,
96.
yeah,
like 95 to 96 time frame.
Man,
Yeah,
I was
Lion
just
King was
busting
94.
moves. I can still do the perfect cast.
Yeah.
Ba, ba,
But I don't
ba.
know that we have a movie so ingrained in us like Balto and Matt. Mainly because we didn't have the money for TV for probably
No,
the first,
man, we couldn't keep up with the Joneses. By the Joneses, the Trailer Park
the
Joneses.
Trailer Park Jones. Yeah,
Uh,
we came from nothing, Matt. You didn't
was
earn your shit.
Years later.
hey, Mom, put on Balto. We ain't got it no more.
Oh, the
Do you know how many times our Nintendo got snatched
So
by
Our
the
Nintendo.
pawn shop?
That Nintendo was rented from the pawn shop. Fuck you. That wasn't our Nintendo. We were leasing it. It was a pawn shop
Alright.
back in the day. It was a rent-a-center.
Yep.
Mom has left generational trauma on me to where I won't let my gas tank get below a quarter tank of gas.
Oh, I'm the
Times
same.
we
man.
ran out of gas. Like,
My company pays for my gas now, and I keep it at like 75% running cool all the time because I'm like, chop it off.
I usually do that, except here. I don't enjoy getting gas here because Germans are
That
not the
is
nicest
a
people to deal
mess.
with.
You know what? The first time I went, you said that, and this guy was like, he was speaking like pure fucking German to this guy in front of me, and then he gets to me and goes, "Oh, American. Hey there, you want the gas? I got donuts too." And I was like, "Ha ha ha!" And then I walked out, and I'm like, "What a fucking asshole!" He was gonna, because he went on some. You want some sugar with your donut? And I'm like, I didn't get the donut. Buddy.
Yeah.
Your joke doesn't make sense. And he was
it's not
taller and
really a
fatter
donut,
than
you
me.
bastard.
He was weighing down
Well,
the
he was
scale.
probably the nicest guy you ran into in Germany.
No, the
Just
nicest guy I ran into was the dude at the cafe shop that we first went to in what was that town we first went to? Not Metz is France.
Mines?
Yeah,
Mines.
that's it. Mines. We went to that cafe and he went to German and dropped it, and he was from New Zealand. That was the nicest guy. He was awesome.
Well, he's not German. He's New Zealand.
Yeah, he's not a German
No,
guy.
but I'm saying
New
the
Zealand's
nicest
a nice
guy in
Australian.
Germany. It's like that Family Guy when they're like, the Jewish kid who kicked the soccer ball gets the trophy in the trophy
Greatest
case.
athlete.
The one nice German guy said hi one day, and I was like, "Oh my god, he blew my
You
mind."
gotta celebrate it.
You are the greatest.
They are not the
I'd go
nicest
back
of people.
Instantly if I could, though.
I enjoy being here for sure, though.
Yeah, because I don't want the friendly bullshit most of the time. It's nice when they're not like, "Hey there, darling, would you like a shopping cart? Bless your heart." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And then they're like, "What church you go to?" I'm like, I'm not from around here. Thank you.
You can come with me if you want.
I'm like, I will do that,
You guys
though.
might have had very different experiences. I think you guys might have just
How?
been kidnapped. It feels like you're just being kidnapped.
Man, you stop. You walk into a fucking Walmart or a grocery store, and there's that greeter. And the thing is, in the South, they are an actual greeter, as in, we're about to greet you and make you our best friend. Where they're like, "Hey, my name's Melinda. How
Well-
are you today? Would you like to join the church?"
Oh, yeah. The
The
issue is
That depends on what part of the South you're in.
that's true too, but also the issue is my local Walmart. I was a manager there, so the people still know me somehow. So they will talk my ear off every time we've ever had to go in there. Hey, Matt, how you doing? What's going on, bud? Dude, I'm just here to get diapers, emergency diapers. Oh, well, man, let me tell you how it's been here. Son of a bitch. Do not care.
Remember
That
what I
sounds
said
very
emergency?
reminiscent of my experience, and I
Yeah,
didn't even work there.
Well,
Always
so-
need a diaper.
yeah, Matt's like, I'm special because I worked here. It's like, no, that's how they do everyone.
No.
What I will say, you go to the Columbus Walmart where it's a little more ghetto, and you walk in and they're like, "What the fuck you want?"
The fuck are you doing here? I just
Those
need
people are
diapers. They go.
surprised you made.
Get them.
They're surprised you made it out the ghetto. Oh, you're alive today?
Mm-hmm.
How are you, good sir?
Have I seen you
What
in here
is you
twice?
doing?
You've made it here twice. You came back.
You get that kind of money, bro? You get that?
We in this small town, we have one McDonald's that somehow is 10 times worse than the other McDonald's, and it cracks me up because they don't say like please, thank you, anything. They just like hand you your food without making eye contact and turn around really fast. And
Thank
it's
you
a
for
mile
saying
from
that.
the
Matt.
other. I'm just saying, like I don't understand. I
Oh.
don't know how this happens.
Other
Which
best
one is it?
experience.
Is it the one right off the interstate?
Oh yeah, it's the one with the pilot.
Yeah,
I-
well,
I
because
call
it
it
doesn't
ghetto cheese.
matter. Their customer service doesn't matter because they're getting all the tourism.
You gotta
It matters
come
to
here.
me.
The
That
other
makes me-
best experience in Germany was when we headed out that day to go to Maine. We stopped at the McDonald's because the boys wanted McDonald's. Eli, the Easy E's, I'll call them.
Please.
Right? They wanted McDonald's, and that lady was breaking down. I was like, they want this meal, and then I get up to the window, and she's like, I sold that. Do you want the cup? And I'm like, what? What are we talking about? No, I don't want a cup. I don't want to pay for your cup. Get out of here. We're not going to be able to take the cup home. And she's like, no, you either get this or this or this. And she was like breaking it down to me into a science. And I was like, I still didn't. I act like I learned something. I did not. I was like,
I
I want to
take
talk
the
to the
cup.
colonel, ma'am.
yeah, I hear this one is
can you get the clown for me?
Where's Ronald? I tell you, he dead.
My brother has all his videos.
Those are also core memory movies.
yeah.
Some of them
that-
get real sexual.
So since this is not a podcast to talk about small towns and Walmarts
Sexual
and
clowns.
McDonald's, and it is a podcast where we talk about not sexual clowns. I mean, we
Well-
will every once in a while,
Yeah.
if it gets there.
My
Maybe like
pants are
3
already
times.
off. Fuck
Can
you.
we talk about small towns and Walmarts, like with Roadhouse?
Yeah, it's just not. I was trying to get us back on track. You know what, Matt?
My pants are
You,
off.
you got
We're
this.
Yeah, we could start this movie.
All right.
Dr.
So-
Seuss classic.
Yes. What the book is, yes.
The book
This
is.
movie has nothing to do with Dr. Seuss besides the title.
That's not true.
There's a hat on a cat.
It follows the same basic plot line.
Uh,
Bullshit.
All right,
Mm,
let's rehash real fast. Rainy
okay.
day,
Yeah,
cat
Is it
shows up.
raining? Is it raining?
Yes,
it
in
does
this
rain
movie,
because they're
it
in the
does rain.
window.
Those motherfuckers are driving a convertible around at some
I know,
point.
but it does rain at
Boo.
first.
Shit.
The cat shows up and promises fun. They have fun. He brings out the things. He makes a mess. The fish fights
Are
him
you
on
talking
it.
about Paris
He
Hilton as the
eventually
thing?
has. I don't remember Paris Hilton in this movie.
That's when you fell asleep. You do have no frame of reference here, Brett.
Oh,
So
speaking of
you
that,
know nothing
I
of the
watched it. I
cat.
watched it 3 times, but I
Why?
fell
Did you
asleep
finish it
twice.
one time?
Yeah. So I think I missed like about a 10, 15-minute segment. But the funny
You
part
don't
about
even
falling
know.
asleep last night is I woke up this morning about 4:30 and I like all night I'd been having the weirdest dreams because when you go from this on Amazon it just keeps playing. The thing that keeps playing is The Nanny with Fran Drescher. Amazon decides that these two things are similar. So all night I'm having like Fran Drescher voice in
Right
my
back and forth.
dreams.
Brad,
And I didn't realize
Fran, are you trying to
why.
sleep? You like
And
the
then
cat, Brett?
I wake up and it's on like season 4 of The Nanny. And I'm like, oh my God.
I got a thing for Fran Drescher. I always thought she was really pretty,
Sure.
and belittle me with that shitty voice, lady.
It's just not something
like
you
you.
expect in your dreams. And I didn't realize it was related
it
to
is
Cat in
mine.
the Hat.
God,
Oh, you're here again.
that brings
You're
back memories of
attracted.
falling asleep to Adult Swim back in the day. It's just waking up to the most horrible shit ever put on television.
That's what that was, yeah.
Alexander,
Because at a
Renegade
certain
Angel.
point, they
What is
just,
this?
it's like, yeah, it's like a fever dream, right?
Well,
Except
why
my
would- why
fever
would-
dream had Fran Drescher.
I woke up to Too Many Cooks one night, like the first night it aired or something. And man, that fucks with me on so many
That-
fucking levels. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I was fried off my ass, and I woke up fried. And I was like, "What's going on here, Brendan? Did you do too much? Did you go to the wrong end of the pool? It's too
Shit.
deep. You should stay
Shit.
shallow, you asshole." And I was like, "Oh no, this is cool. This is cool."
The amount of
But
times I
cat-
woke up to Yu Yu Haka show and just stayed up. I'm like, I don't even know what this is, but I'm here, Adult Swim. You've got me.
Got to give Adult Swim. They gave us Garth Marenghi before we even knew it existed. The first time
Yeah.
I watched it, I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I loved it
Tried
from the
again
beginning.
later.
No, I don't think I did love it from the beginning, actually. I did love the Mighty Boosh from the beginning.
Mighty Boosh was more like, kind of like whimsical, so it was easier to get into.
digestible.
And you're like, if you jump into Garth Marenghi at a random spot, you're like, what the fuck is going on? I do not know. Hey, here's some walking money for you. And you're like, what? And
You and he were buddies,
Buddies.
weren't you?
I'm like,
Matt
that was a
Perry's
hell of a
amazing.
delivered line, Matt
He
Perry.
is.
He is. He's a
That-
fucking treasure.
Anyways, this movie follows the basic plot of the book. It's there. It's all there. He leaves just as the mom's getting
Oh,
in.
it does
All
the,
that
yeah.
shit.
Wait a
Yeah.
sec. Does the cat take a picture of the mom to jerk off to later, even if he's been spayed and neutered?
Yes,
So they
yeah,
took
yeah, yeah.
some liberties, but I think they had the vision. And I think that's what Dr. Seuss was going for.
I just got to make sure the kids book that I read, if there was a thing that looked like a Hummer that was called SHIT as well
Yeah,
to jerk
yeah.
off into. I
There's
don't
a
fucking
lot of
know.
adult jokes in this.
I don't. Yeah, you get introduced to it not even by the cat. He's not the most inappropriate one. Alec Baldwin starts talking about getting hard and being hard, and the mom
my
is like, "I
God.
like it when it's hard," and he's
She's
like, "Oh, it's
leaning-
hard."
She's
I,
leaning
I,
in.
I don't even
was
think that was
too.
part of
I
the
thought-
script. I think Alec Baldwin was just hitting on her. They just did not have the time to reshoot with Mike Myers.
I thought the movie I put on was I Put My Hat in Your Cat, because it changed in that moment. Really different movie.
That sounds like a 1920s like porn. Listen
Well,
here,
yeah.
see? You
Hey.
you don't shut your mouth good. I'm gonna put my hat in your cat.
He goes, "Hey,
All the places I'll go."
bully you. I'll bully you." Well, and then they punch a woman because it's the 1920s. Huge
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hard, see?
Dodge.
She
But
thought
yeah.
she could vote.
Yeah, this movie is.
I think at that point she could.
he was gonna knock her back to the point she couldn't.
Yeah, you got stripped of rights away with the punches. Just like this movie stripped away. All
That's
the
somewhat true, honestly.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
a little
yeah,
darker than I meant.
I mean, look at Roy Jones, right? He beat every wife he had, and then he beat him in the ring.
I mean,
But anyways, put my hat in your cat in the hat, same movie. Do you want me to go over the cast real quick? It's quote
Yeah.
unquote my thing.
it is your thing. It's the one thing we can always count on you doing.
It's pretty much your union job at this point.
Yeah. We all have them.
Yeah.
Hey, union.
We had
job,
to
eh?
invent
Guess
mine.
what?
Oh
It's
shit, Matt
10:33,
doesn't have
guys.
one.
I'm the ratings guy at the end.
Oh yeah.
We had
yeah,
to
that's
invent
right.
it.
Oh,
Otherwise,
thank God.
yeah, like
If-
it's getting dicey.
If you look at our podcast picture I put up for that House of the Devil with Matt and his beer in the middle, he looks like the union guy. He's like,
does.
it's
I'm
been a
just
hard one.
I have
Let
seen
me
more.
tell you.
That video, he looks like he's asleep the whole time.
He
so it's
looks
just,
like he's the stoner of the
goes.
group.
he does. He
Yeah,
does.
and he definitely doesn't get that ice cream. It's pretty good.
I do have
Anyways,
to
yeah,
clarify
love that
before we go into cast. We talked about ratings. I need to clarify something. I'm changing my rating from a 9.3 to a
shit.
8.3 for.
God.
I have to.
For what?
I was swept up in
Here's the
Cage.
thing,
Oh,
Brett. Your numerical value assigned to it was so fucking out of left field. You changing it, nobody. Also, we're the only three keeping track.
I
Oh.
keep track though, so it matters to me.
All right,
If you're saying I
got
can't
Matt
change my
typing on
rating,
his computer. See what you
I
got.
got it. It's
hey,
fixed.
union guy, is it changed?
It's changed. That's my one job.
Thanks.
Matt-
That's why I'm here.
Matt, you know this is your break time. Don't let him boss you
Yeah.
around.
Hey,
Son of a bitch.
editor guy and cast guy, can you make the change in the previous podcast to where it sounds like I'm saying 8.3?
I'll
Just
put
a
it in as my
voiceover.
voice. Hey, Brett, what do you give it? 8.3.
Perfect. Thumbs
It's
up.
like that Family Guy when they're like,
It stinks.
when they overimpose on the dinosaur thing, he goes, and the Earth was created 5,000 years ago.
Mountain Dew is the greatest soft drink. I think about that all the time. It's Carl
I
Sagan's
think about that one.
for
And,
rednecks.
What is it? He goes, "Son of God." I think of that randomly. That Kermit the Frog going, "Damn you, son of God!"
5,000
Anyways,
years ago.
you can do the cat
Cast.
now.
Yeah, we're prepared.
I guess it's my. time
And this
to
is a
shine.
movie that was made while I'm alive, so I actually know some of this cast.
That feels like a shot at every other movie
No, it's
we've
just-
done.
Wait, are we some old? Hey, you were alive when last night got that movie you picked got
And I knew
out,
Sandra
right?
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew Sandra Oh.
I-
Grey's Anatomy lady.
You know what?
And other
Yeah.
stuff. She's done other
Big
stuff. too.
culture, big culture, you swine.
That's fair.
Yeah. And you've yet to say thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
We could have picked any brother to be a part of this podcast. Any brother. We have so many. We could have picked Eli. He could have been in here.
This just feels hurtful. I feel like I'm being attacked.
Don't worry, Matt. You're not.
just
No,
me.
Yeah.
Based on that
I'm
statement.
I'm changing
I'm-
my rating. No, I'm kidding.
I'm closer to getting cut than you are.
No, we have a union thing for you.
I was gonna get cut and just become the mixed guy, and that way we can.
That
You
feels
all
right.
get the loud,
Feels
intrusive guy
right.
who comes in and out on the audio out.
There you
That'd be
go.
all right. You know what? I'd have one less fucking job because guess what? I should be the CE goddamn O. I
It's
actually
just
am
like
of
if
the
we were in a
Apple Music
band
podcast.
and Brennan's the lead singer and he's like, I'm the one with all the intellect and I'm writing the songs and I'm doing everything. You guys just show
Let
up and
me
sing.
I want to
And
show
we're
them.
like-
For me.
no.
And we're
I
like,
do the
yeah,
Unite.
that's true.
I'm a bright, shining fucking star, Mom. You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah, Axl Rose, you're totally all of Guns N' Roses, but it's all you. Was that Munchie or Axl Rose?
I was trying to do a munchie, but I started laughing
No.
because it's insane.
That's not Munchie. You're forgetting Munchie had the, hey, it's me, Munchie.
Oh my
The
god.
Dom
that's right.
DeLuise.
Did he have that in the second one?
No, he did
No,
not.
no,
it
he
was
did not. He
it
would
was-
have
it was
fit
a
in this
different guy.
movie.
Which?
Just putting that out there.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh,
yes,
he
he would.
really
Because we're going
would
to touch
have.
on it. Thing one and thing two in a moment here. All right. Mike Myers as the Cat in the Hat. So just to
Not
touch
his
on
biggest
this one.
role.
Okay. He wanted out.
was bad.
They had to sue his ass into being in this movie. He wanted out so goddamn bad. Tim Allen was originally gonna be the Cat in the Hat. He wanted to make it dark.
Mike missed out.
Yeah,
That would have been amazing.
yeah, he would have Tim the Toolman Taylor, the mom. He would have fucking jerked off on her picture. But Mike Myers, they had to sue his ass or threaten to into oblivion to get him. And that is why throughout most of this movie, he is checked the fuck out. You can tell he is not doing second or third takes. He doesn't care.
That's weird because I feel like he does seem checked out, but it also seems like he's dominating in a way that's like, if you're gonna make me be here, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
No, that's because the studio and the director said, you're here legally obligated, you're going to shoot this. And that's why a lot of these shots, when you see it panned out or pulled out, it's a tall, lanky cat. It's no longer Mike Myers. Because I think they didn't get some of the reshoots, but they
At that time, it was like, fuck you all, I'm not coming back.
Yep.
I'm keeping the suit.
The suit was made out of human hair, partially, by the way. Just to let you all know. I know, right? Weird. You had Dakota Fanning as Sally.
She had a pretty
before-
decent career after this.
Yeah, but her sister ended up surpassing her. You
Did she?
had... Yeah, she ended up being a neon demon. She's been in some, like, Oscar
Oh, yeah, you're right.
nominated stuff.
One of the greatest child actors of all time, though.
And
I always remember from
No,
War of the
she's a better
Worlds.
actor. Yeah, she was great in that. And she had the great start, but her sister surpassed her now. Spencer Breslin as I grew up to be a loser, turned into this loser.
Hey now,
Hey now.
he's
hey
the
now.
elf. He's the elf second in.
It's what dreams.
God damn it! He's the second elf in charge in the Santa Claus 2 movie.
Oh my god, he is.
That's right, bitches.
That's
I'm
where
not
I am.
surprised by that because I remembered his
Give me
little
Brandon's
fucking
job. I'm taking
pudgy
it.
little ass.
problem.
I'm not surprised. I remember that. It doesn't matter. Good job. You remembered a shitty movie.
Hey, everyone gets one.
Everybody gets one, Peter.
Alec Baldwin as the neighbor who has weird issues, who has nothing going in life, who's trying to trap this woman because that's
He's a weird character in a kid film.
He
he
makes
not
no
really
sense in this whole movie. His whole role is confusing. He could have been one thing, but they made him 5 things.
Yeah, also, like, why do you need an antagonistic force when you have the cat and his entire purpose is to be that?
That was my note. We have too many things going on, and I focus on none of them.
No, it's so you make sure the cat is not the actual bad guy. He's just misunderstood.
He's just an asshole.
Because if
But
it's
he's a
just
cat.
him, then there's no lesson to be learned and there's no guy to root against.
And there's an easy
There's no
answer.
God.
You take that cat to the pound and you put him down.
Jesus
He is-
Christ.
I mean, we'll get into it, but I'm just going to put the cat
We'll
in the
say
hat
that
as
as
an
a
eldritch
family.
being.
He's what?
He's like an eldritch horror being.
Yes,
From
he's
the
Cthulhu.
He's related. He's part of that pantheon for sure. I
Oh,
mean, he's chaos and destruction made manifest.
In his,
I'm pretty sure he's immortal.
Inside of his crate is MC Escher's universe in there with the fucking stairwell. But Kelly Preston as the mom, Joan.
She was in Sky High.
Jerry
as the mom.
Maguire, Twins for
Maguire.
Love of the Game.
Also good movies.
Now, Alec Baldwin, I do want to tie in. He was in Beetlejuice, right? He was in a lot of things. So
He
two
was in a
things
lot
on
of
this. Glenn Ross, when he talks about being a salesman, I'm like,
ABC.
Gotta be a
Glenn
closer.
Ross. And
Great
he's
movie.
also in Beetlejuice.
It is.
The director of this movie is known for the production design of Beetlejuice. And that's why you've got some things that kind of look good, but
Weird.
That
Sean
director's a
Hayes.
real bitch. You tell him I said that.
What the
The
fuck?
You can
director
tell when a
of Cat in the Hat?
director in this movie, yeah. You
Okay.
can tell when a director has no control over his actors.
Oh.
And that was this director. No
Thank you,
control.
Mike Myers.
Are you talking like Dakota Fanning or Mike Myers?
Any of them. I swear to God, it's like he was the
Bitches.
biggest pussy on the planet. And he was afraid to tell anyone
Damn.
to go in any direction.
Oh,
Wow, Brett's coming in.
hey, you all
hot.
seen that
This is
meme where the
hatred.
guy is, where the guy is smoking the bong, watching the two girls fight? You know the
Oh,
meme
yeah,
I'm
I love
talking
that.
about? That's
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
feel like with Brett right now. Where I'm like, yeah.
Am I wrong though? Did he?
No.
Did it ever seem like he
No,
was
let me
ever
get the
adamant
comment.
about a direction for any actor
He
at
had
any
zero
point?
control because
Alec
there's no
Baldwin's
direction.
playing a different guy
Everybody-
in every scene.
I just looked up the director. I'm sure Brandon's going to get to him. I'll just wait. But
He did get
Go
to him,
ahead.
kind of.
Go ahead.
well, no, just the other movies he's done. Men in Black, Edward Scissorhands, and A Little Princess.
He didn't direct the
No,
what,
no,
a Little
Edward
Princess.
Scissorhands. This is what I was saying. He was the
Production
production
designer of those. Oh,
That's
I
was
see.
what
gonna
I'm
say-
saying. And that's
Is
why
this
he
his-
has an eye. He's just not built for this shit.
Yeah, A Little Princess is a beautiful movie.
He was the
I love
production
that movie.
designer of Batman Returns as well. So
Yeah, what?
I love this guy. And
I want you to
Ghostbusters
see
too.
Tim
I
Burton.
love this guy, the production designer. I'm just putting it out
Yeah.
there. This is
That's
awesome.
fine.
We all have
Put him
things
back
we're
in that.
good at.
The
Yeah.
Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a legendary run as the production designer here.
Okay, Matt. It'd be like if you
The
took.
Birdcage.
God damn
Roger
it, Matt.
Deakins.
Let it go.
If you
He's not a
took Roger
director.
Deakins,
No, I know.
the greatest cinematographer in the world, Roger Deakins, and you're like, all right, I want you to make fucking Where the Sidewalk Ends. Let's see how that works out. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's going to be a good thing because he knows he has an eye for cinematography. This guy makes good. He should have just been the production designer for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
He's just as a director, I think he is so weak in this movie, and you can tell he gets bullied by Mike Myers.
And
You
Alec
can tell
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin bullies the hell out of him because he's like, I think my character's going to do this in this scene. That didn't make any sense with the last scene. Well, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what he does.
Shit.
Mike Myers said, I'm going to take this, the mom's picture and put it in my pocket. Oh, I don't know if that's going to work with the kids, Mike. I'm going to take this picture and put it
It's-
in my pocket.
Oh yeah,
It's
baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can
Hey,
tell
Mike.
that.
Were you listening to me today, Mike? Oh, yeah. He just kept, like, berating him.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Mike, can you like stop doing cocaine while on set around the child actors? Oh yeah,
that
Bo.
bastard.
Tomorrow, Bo.
Sean Hayes, and this is almost it's not, but it's a pretty bad problem. Him being Mr. Humberfloop, the boss, and voice of the fish, that's a problem.
That was
And he's
confusing,
awful.
right?
He is awful, right?
He's awful in this
Willie
movie, but he's
Price.
also not supposed to be a bad guy, but he is a bad guy. I don't understand that.
Yeah,
They
once
have
again,
too many bad
too many
guys. You
castings.
can't have that many bad
Too many
guys.
fires.
On top of that, the
Too
fish
many-
is
Why is
kind of a
everyone an
bad
asshole?
guy.
Yeah, they're just all assholes. The fish.
Yeah,
I
the
would have been
fish.
fine with the fish being a bad guy.
Yes, and
No, yeah.
you don't even need Alec Baldwin jerking off to the mom. Get that thing out of the picture. Amy Hill is
You don't
Miss
need Alec
Kwan.
Baldwin in this movie at all. Who is?
Amy Hill is Miss Kwan.
She
That's
voices
so
Francine's
racist.
mom in American Dad.
American Dad,
That's
and
what I
she's
know her
also in Lilo and Stitch the cartoon. Matt, you should like that.
Yeah, she
Meets
is.
family.
She's she's Miss. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to go through it, but yeah,
Her character was so racist in this movie.
she was perfect.
Oh God, it
The
was
children are angels. They are angels. of it's
I
stupid.
felt better about my white self after this movie. I will tell you that.
Yep.
Anything I might have ever thought or done in my life, I was
You-
like, I'm not a bad person. Look
You
at
can
what
say
this
they were
Asian
racist to her, Brett, but they gave her the dignity to be asleep during all this crap. Like,
Yeah.
They
but-
rode her like
no,
a
no, no, no.
slide.
Hold on. No.
They rode that
busted
woman.
her brains
No.
almost to death.
That
That
cat
was
put
lethal.
cat shit in her face. He was sitting on her mouth.
It was weird. But when she first got to the house, she turned on Taiwanese government stuff.
Oh my
And
God.
it was the most racist thing I have ever seen.
Say no
This
to big
movie was more
government.
racist
Say
than
no to
Cage.
big government. Oh my
God,
God.
no.
It's so good.
Oh
Daniel-
my God.
Danielle C. Ryan is thing 1 and thing 2, but Dan Castellaneta, Homer, the voice
Homer.
of Homer,
That's
did
Homer,
the
yeah.
voice for them. I want you to know what we're dealing with.
I would never have guessed that in 100 years.
Yep. And also
I
we've
don't know
got
if-
Paris Hilton as a cameo or special guest.
Yeah, I
This
just don't
being
remember her.
Sex appeal, and I was like, what is going on here?
It's when they're
I
going
don't
through the
know.
town.
Well, I thought that was
When they're
the
supposed to
dirty
go to the
hoe.
rave. The dirty hoe.
That
I love you, baby.
You know I love you.
God, there were so many
the
scenes like
worst.
that where it would be sexually aggressive, and you're like, "Where is this coming from? Who asked for this?"
Oh, you know what?
bad.
I'm glad we brought this up. Just we need to keep this to remember when this is over. We need to start remembering the worst lines of each film because this one has some absolute bangers.
You dirty hoe. Oh, how about here's
I've got
the top?
mine.
Oh yeah, just
Oh,
that
yeah.
alone.
Mine is the fish thing. They won't fall for your MTV all flash no
Oh my
substance.
God,
And I was like, who the hell wrote that line? That's
Yep.
that's the
terrible.
movie.
That doesn't even fit in this film. None of that fits in this film.
That's the
this
movie
is a
that
kid's
is
film.
pushing commercialism every chance they get. They're like everything. There's a Hummer. There's fucking real estate. We got Paris Hilton in this fucking thing, for God's sakes. Like
Oh,
you can't
yeah.
have that message or put that out there and then be like the kids go like, we want to do it. I'm like, oh my God, what are we teaching children right now? I don't even know.
Yeah, this is not a kid film to find morals or an education. I don't really
Now
Or
I'm just-
happiness or humor or fun or
love or
enjoyment.
joy.
Or a
I am
good
just
movie,
stuck on
like-
trying to find a
fun
line
movie.
now.
A
Oh,
terrible
yeah.
one. Oh yeah.
This is just like the circus without being those tortured animals and drunken clown that has hepatitis.
No, okay.
Oh yeah, the
that-
clown with hepatitis one.
Drunken
That's
clowns that
actually
have hepatitis is what he says. Drunken clowns that have
That
hepatitis.
have hepatitis. Yeah, I'm like, where
I
is
know
it?
when I watched this film as a kid, there's no way I knew what that meant. I
No.
don't. Who was that in there for? But we should probably get into the film. I feel like
Well, I want to say maybe my favorite movie, my quote, just so I get it out there. Get out of my way, you hippie freak.
I love that one.
I
There
understand
are
Ooh,
there
Canine
are some
American.
scenes that I found funny. I will say that.
What?
that. Well, that was the
You
You
line
can
I
tell
was dying.
sometimes Mike Myers was good in this. There were a couple parts where he's making cupcakes and he's talking to the other guy.
Okay, yeah. That's
That
probably
it
the
looks
most
like he's-
memorable-
Huh? No, it looks like he's trying every once in a while. Get back in. Let's rewatch it
in.
together.
No, I
and-
will never watch this movie again. This was the one and done.
Let's look
after
at the
this.
replay.
Yeah. With-
Sports Center. Top
I
10.
did. I want to touch on a few other things before we do this.
Yeah.
$109 million budget, right? Where did that money
That's a
go?
lot back then.
Star Power. Mike Myers was right after Austin Powers. He commanded a lot of that, right?
Was this before Shrek?
production, set, and design? What's that?
No, go ahead. Oh,
No, this
Box
would have
office
been
gross
after
was
the first Shrek.
133.9 million worldwide, and that's so 109
Made
budget.
money.
No, 109 budget, and that's
Marketing.
before marketing.
to be
It-
fair,
slim margin, if any.
To be fair.
fair, this movie probably made a ton of money back on DVD sales, though.
It did.
This was a big kids film when I was growing
It
up.
made money. It made money. I
Yeah.
don't think
it had
Brandon,
to.
with all of his hate on this movie, you can't take away from the fact that it made money. And
It was kind of a
I
trend with
honestly,
kid films around that time too.
I kind of understand why it did make money. 'Cause like you said, there's a drought on kids' films. He was super popular. He was Shrek. He mailed in most of his performance. Half the time, it sounded like he did like a voiceover, because like his voice is so soft half the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and sometimes I forget, like, culturally, we didn't have streaming when this movie came out. So, like, things stayed in the cultural conscience for way longer.
Way longer, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I remember Shrek 1 and 2 just being kid films. I think they came out when I was, like, in elementary or something. And, like, up through middle school, it was still, like, being watched in school and stuff.
And people still watched them, even though, like, the older you got and the more you realize, like, these Shrek movies kind of suck after
Let's
a
be
certain
careful
point.
here. Shrek
But
2 is amazing.
here's the problem: there's a certain
Speaking of the
age where
Holy
people
Trinity.
think Shrek is amazing. There are ages where people still think, oh, all of the Shrek movies are amazing, and I just have to look at them, Matt, and I have to be like, you don't. No, they're not. They aren't.
Come
They're-
up from a
You're-
different time.
Your folks shouldn't count the same as mine.
But it's just like with this movie, people grew up on it and they did not realize that it was about. This was back in the day where it didn't matter if movies got destroyed by ratings, people still went to see them
Yeah.
and they still loved them. So it's kind
That's-
of like this. There's a beauty in that because
There
people
is.
don't rely on Rotten Tomatoes to tell them what to think.
Or
But
Metacritic
also,
just say maybe.
yeah, also it leads to us like people generations loving piece of shit movies like this without any understanding of why they shouldn't love it.
I'm that guy still to this day. I'll look for a shitty one on Metacritic just to fucking absorb it. But I want to say this one got shit on and it barely made any kind of profit. So what does that
Yeah, we're
say
saying-
based on your realm, though?
Oh yeah, no, we're saying it probably made a ton of money long term.
I think it made a good amount of money.
I bet.
I think it did
Yeah.
make
To make
money.
a sequel.
Well, the
And
sequel
you
was
know
because
Hollywood loves a
No,
sequel.
the sequel was because of Dr. Seuss's wife. Now that story I do know.
Oh yeah, she got fucking mad about this one. Rightfully
Yeah,
so.
she ended all contracts.
Thank you.
And
You
then
know what, Mrs. Seuss, you agree with me.
This movie
Everything's
feels
all right.
like
Yeah.
they loved what the Grinch That Stole Christmas movie, how the Grinch Stole Christmas movie that came out 3 years later. They loved it. They loved the impact that had and people loving it. And then they said, well, we have some jokes from that movie. We have some things we didn't try. Let's try them in this movie.
So, what I want to point out something. What you mean with your statement right there, Brett, was they loved the money they made from the Grinch movie, and they said, "How do we do that again, but with less effort?"
That's exactly what happened. Now, they didn't make as much money. They tried a whole lot less. And I told you earlier, I don't like that movie at all. Jim Carrey's fine. That movie's so over the top.
It can be annoying.
Bullshit. I don't. It's not in my Christmas playlist. The other one, the Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch movie, that's a really good Grinch movie. If you want to see a
don't do that.
longer good.
So this
I don't
is
do
strange.
Christmas movies, so
I have that reversed. I
Fuck.
despise
See,
the animated.
this is who
one.
he is. This is who he is.
Yeah, the live action's a cult classic to me.
what the fuck? See,
Yeah.
I love I get the two opposites, and I'm in this blank slate of I just don't do
Just
really
hate.
Christmas movies. I don't.
Nice. Yeah,
I
that's
might
fair.
put on Die Hard, and I might put on like fucking Nightmare Before Christmas because I'm a Halloween man through and through, baby boy.
Home Alone, man. Home Alone's amazing.
I'll put that on sometimes, but I like horror. I like fun. I don't know
fun.
if you all
Fuck
can
you.
see it in the background back
Fuck
there.
you, man. We like
Yeah,
fun
don't worry,
too.
don't worry, don't worry.
God.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm amazing. I still have a Halloween fucking thing. I have decorations back there. It's not because I'm recently single. That's not it at all.
That's nothing to do with this.
It's- These would be up anyways. I'm doing a painting right now on Halloween. I don't care about Christmas, but so I like to see your all's views here. Where Matt's in like, fuck the animated one, give me the live action, and Brett's over here like, Benedict Cumberbatch, I'd blow him in the backyard.
He was
I didn't
really good
say
at
that.
Oh, I get tired of that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and say that dude's
Yeah, so
annoying.
do I. So do I. There are two things I really like him in: the Grinch
Sherlock?
movie and Sherlock. Sherlock seasons 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Yeah. We don't count season 3. I don't know what the hell happened there. That was some cocaine bender, and they wrote that. Actually, no. Season 1 and 2 were probably the cocaine benders. Season 3 was sober. It
Oh
was
no,
terrible.
no! What you mean is the come down, not
The
sober.
come
It's
down.
just, do we have any more? No. God damn it!
Shit.
God
What
damn
do
it!
we
Let's
do?
write this. Fuck, do we have
Make his
Adderall?
sister the villain. His
We
what?
had
His
Adderall.
sister's the villain.
I'll make it work. I'll make it work.
So
I
my
don't
initial
like
point,
you, though.
and
I want you to know, I don't fucking like you. It was a hateful fucking ass writing room.
I just think that this movie feels so much in the same like tone as The Grinch Stole Christmas. Like you said, Brandon, they're like, that made money. Let's make money off of this.
Yeah, I get that.
Different level of actors, different
level
level
of
of
script.
effort, different level of script. Some of the stuff feels recycled. It feels like they said, "Hey, this joke wouldn't have worked in The Grinch, but we're gonna try it here
I
because
could see
more."
Here's the question I'm going to pose for you. And let's only focus on the comedic highs. For you, comedically speaking, highs, who's better? Mike Myers or Jim Carrey?
For these
Mike Myers.
films? Or in
No,
general?
no.
No,
Just
it's Mike Myers.
comedically speaking.
Ooh, do we count Fire Marshal Bill? Other than Fire Marshal Bill, I say it's Mike Myers.
Even that, I
No.
go back and watch it. Jim Carrey, the problem is, at the time, him coming out of that rhinoceros's ass in Ace Ventura 2 was
It's
the
the greatest
greatest
thing
thing
he's ever
I'd ever
done.
seen in my life. I died.
Mhm.
I still think about how hard I laughed. But, like, as you age, I think Jim Carrey had the same experience with Jim Carrey. Where he's
physical
like,
humor.
I am tired of myself. We've got to move on. Because he burns you out real quick. He's at 100 always.
It's his physical humor that's like over the top.
It's exhausting.
And I don't
They have
think
those
any
things
of
in the
his
real world.
comedies. I don't think any of his comedies like last. Like they're not.
I'm trying to
they-
Ace
think.
Ventura 2, the rhinoceros, I will say that last.
The Mask. I
I
cannot
still love The
stand
Mask.
now.
I still
Ace
love The Mask.
Ventura, can't stand that movie. Dumb and Dumber. I actually don't like Dumb and Dumber.
I don't like it either.
I don't either. It's when people will quote endlessly, but I go to watch it and I'm like,
It's
get
a product
bored.
of its time too. There's a lot of really crappy comedy films around that
Hey,
time.
Matt.
That I swear follow that.
There's a lot of great ones too, asshole. Don't do that.
it insists upon itself. Dumb and Dumber. And,
It does
No,
though.
it doesn't cover it.
but,
I don't know.
but I will say
that
I
part.
like overall the movie catalog. I like Jim Carrey's more because he's got Eternal Sunshine. That's all you need in your corner. And
Yeah.
I'll take that any fucking day. I don't love the Truman Show.
I liked
don't.
it. I thought it was a good
I
film.
lo-
I get
it's
burned
it's
out
one
on
of
that
those movies that I love the idea of that movie, and then you watch it and it's kind of boring.
Well, I've only seen it once, so
Wow.
that might be
See,
that.
It hit hard for a while there where it was always on. I think
Yeah, it
Brett
was like
used to play
considered
all
a
the time.
classic.
What's that? What did he say?
He's just talking about how you
I
always
think
watch
Brett
the
used to
Truman
play
Show.
Truman Show all the time.
all the time. Apparently,
Did I?
Yeah.
This
I think
way
I was
did.
trying to.
used to
It
love
was
that
when I was. I did. I used to, like I said, I loved what it could have been, but it's. God, it just
It doesn't
falls
hold
so
up.
short.
Like his other movies, they fall short when you on rewatch like 10 years later. But Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind,
I
It's
used to
one of my
love.
favorite
That's a
movies.
movie I watched 1,000 times.
that is a top level movie. It is.
You know what's not? Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, Cat in the Hat. Can
You
we
see
talk
what I'm
about this
doing, right?
movie? Oh my
I'm
God,
not
we've gone. We've gone like 50
Gosh.
minutes in a podcast and we've not introduced anything.
All right, let's. Oh my God! All right, I gotta get you
Fuck.
all on track. Let's get you all.
Just so we're clear, I like this movie better than How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Just
Oh
saying.
my god.
Is it how the
feels like
Grinch stole
objectively
Christmas,
wrong.
or is it just the Grinch stole Christmas?
I thought it was How the Grinch Stole
I'm pretty sure it's
Christmas.
How
I
the
don't-
Grinch.
I don't know. I know nothing of this Christmas spirit you speak of, sir.
Well, he stole
You're
it.
missing out, man.
you
I-
young man.
I
What
think
is
Grinch
today?
is better in every way. Better music. Got the Who singing. Better acting. Better.
Okay,
plot,
does it
better
does
script.
it have Alec Baldwin
But
talking
he's
about
the
how
net
hard he is?
negative, though. That's the problem. Everything in this movie that they add was a net negative. I can't think of anything added in this film that enhanced it.
Asian,
Like, if we assume the base
racist
plot
Asian
is the
lady?
cat and the kids, right? And everything else they added. So they added the babysitter, or super racist Taiwan babysitter, I think.
Taiwanese.
Alec Baldwin's the horny neighbor that's trying to get rid of one of the kids, which cracks me up, by the way. Just one of them.
Yeah.
The
Well,
germophobic boss.
Is it also weird that he's trying to get rid of the boy but keep the girl? Can we say that's strange? a
Yeah,
bit?
he's creepy.
Yeah,
Sounds
he's
like he's
creepy.
grooming. He's a
But,
groomer.
like, everything that they added that's not the normal plot of this 20-page book is a net negative to me in this film.
Yeah, I can't argue any of that. With all
What
of that
I
being
I
said,
feel the Grinch.
no, everything that's additive in that is negative too.
See, to me,
20
the Grinch
pages.
was what they added was the Grinch stuff.
and
I like
It's 20 pages with 20 sentences in that fucking book, too.
Damn good
You-
read.
So you liked the part where they're
That's what
competing
I'm
over
doing.
who's got the lightiest lights in the whole damn village, and she's got the gun and she's shooting and she's sexual.
You know what
and
I hate about the Grinch
Yeah, maybe I didn't
is
like that
their set design and their character design. It disgusts me. Looking at Susie,
Who?
what's her fucking
Or-
Susie who?
Bill.
Susie Lou who?
Yes, that sounds right. We're gonna go with
You
it.
toss that thing in the river, all right?
I love it. It fits perfectly
Oh.
for me.
Oh,
Susie,
The
If I-
mayor is the best design in that film, though.
he's
If
the
I-
worst.
I think Susie Lou who? Oh, Jeffrey Tambor. Jeffrey Tambor's the mayor there. Future half sexual offender, Jeffrey Tambor.
Graham.
Yeah, I know, right? He's coming up in this world.
We're saying things we're gonna regret later
Everybody
on.
gets one.
but Not one of those.
For me, to regret this would mean somebody's listening. Please listen, guys. I'll say anything you want.
Even you, Iran.
Especially you, Iran. We're
Hey,
helping
Iran.
destroy America from the inside.
I love the we're talking about Iran. I don't even fucking fully know why Israel's like, we're going to start bombing you. And then Trump's like, you
Because-
better evacuate, Iran. You better evacuate. And I'm like,
you better.
why are you getting involved, you fucking moron? Step back.
Because fuck them.
It's all a mess.
That's what's happening.
It's all a mess. The whole situation is a mess, and it's terrifying. I hate all of it. I can't speak on some of it, but I hate it.
How dare you.
Yeah. Anyways, do we want to just roll into this movie? I feel like we've talked about it so much. We don't need to
We
dive.
don't need. I don't think we need to do scene by scenes because this film doesn't do. Scene
I
by
love
scenes.
that. I think
Can
that's
we roll
good.
into something that we haven't started in 15 minutes?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
that
see, this is
easy?
normally where I'd keep us on target, but I've just not been in that
Just
kind
not
of
feeling
mood.
it.
Yeah.
You know I'm right that this
Yeah.
movie fucking blows dogs for quarters.
Yeah, I didn't say it was good. I just said I liked it more than the other one.
What? That's like
It also has some
you
moments
make
where
it
I
sound like
thought
it's
that's kind of
Sophie's
funny.
choice. It's
It is.
you're
If
not
someone's got a
choosing
gun to your
one film.
head,
One film.
You're
You
choosing-
want Grinch or Cat
You're
in the
not
Hat?
choosing. You're not choosing your best kid. You're choosing your best shit after eating fucking bad shellfish. That's
yeah,
what
but
you're
here's the
doing.
thing. Here's the thing. I acknowledge that both of them are shits, right? And
Okay.
so by picking the Cat in the Hat movie, that is me saying, yes, they are both shits and this is a better shit. Instead of saying, well, I picked the Grinch movie and that one's good and the Cat in the Hat is a piece of shit. They're
Wait a sec, though.
neither one is better than the other.
The problem
That's
is
what I'm
that
saying.
means you sat there and admired one shit and then admired the other to compare.
I didn't
them.
admire any.
I can take. I get
compared.
it. But what's messed up is my.
Oh, I wasn't
my
taking a shot at
position.
you, Matt.
Oh no! What I'm saying, I can understand. My position is, I do think the Grinch is good. That's the problem.
And that's my issue is I don't think either one are good, and that's why I'm bringing it to this
No,
level
this
and
is
saying I'm choosing Cat in the Hat.
Thank you.
This,
I feel
this
like
is
you're
why
more
it's
in my
Riel and
corner
Iran
than you know,
fought.
Brett.
These same differences right here.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I bring to
Israel calls
Christmas?
Iran. They're like, "How do you feel about the Grinch?" Oh, we didn't like it. Ah, they said.
Bombs away.
Yeah.
I feel. Here's where I land on that. You give me a Christmas party, I'll put on Mandy.
I've seen it.
Also,
You almost ruined Christmas for my wife.
That was Michelle. Michelle.
That's not how she remembers it.
good film though.
It's a Brandon movie, so it's a Brandon
If
ruined
I
Christmas.
depict the world as the evil man came and changed it, I'm like, I was sitting over here. She brought it up.
I didn't even have the remote.
I know.
That's true, actually. He didn't.
Mom goes, hey, what was that movie we watched?
Oh, it's,
Chat
let's watch
Goblin.
it.
Cheddar Goblin. I love that movie. I don't care.
It's good. I like it too. Just not a Christmas movie.
I wish we would watch that movie for this show. I don't know how I do that though. We watch Bandy for this show, and I'm just gonna be slobbing on that knob the whole time.
It's
As we were at Royal Tenenbaums.
fantastic.
Well, then it would be a good one, right? If
Exactly.
you two would join in on the banter.
Mm.
All right, so let's roll into it. We can jump start. I've got kind of a nice overview. I did take quite extensive notes to try and move us along.
Why?
Look how that worked out.
Wait, what did this film inspire you to put notes?
Because that meant less time watching it.
Is it because I fell asleep? You felt the pressure?
No. Well, I knew you'd fucking falter, but as it was either watch it and pay attention, or be there and write some notes. So I gave this thing about 50%.
What if all we highlight is just what the book says? What if we just read the book and say, and that was
Yes.
the movie with some Mike Myers jokes?
It's
in
not
there.
though, because where in that book does he jerk off to the mom?
Oh my God, you can't let
Once
that
again,
go. One cat.
It's implied. One cat. You don't even know what a cat's nuts look like, do you? I know our
He
mom
actually
doesn't,
talks about his
because she
nuts.
hasn't figured
Remember?
it out in 30
Let's talk
fucking
about his
years.
balls.
You get introduced to this cat, and he's talking about getting his nuts snipped off.
It's
It was
balls.
weird.
Hear that, Mom? Cats get neutered and spayed.
Yeah, but it
Damn
yeah,
you, Bob
yeah,
Barker.
I know.
Mom's arch enemy is Bob Barker. Damn you!
You're reducing the cat population.
Well, you have the notes, Brandon, but you also get lost off topic more than maybe anyone. So just to put us on topic again, we are introduced to this stupid little city that doesn't look like it's real at all. Heaven forbid anyone shoot a Dr. Seuss movie that looks like it happens in any kind of
It
place.
doesn't even look like a Dr.
It's-
Seuss. It looks like a Nickelodeon playset. Rocco's
It
Modern
does.
Life is happening on this street. All right?
The whole sky looks like completely unreal. I don't understand why they did that.
It was a weird.
Why not just use the real sky?
It's a mix of Rocco's Modern Life and like Tom Waits is gonna pop up and be like, "Hey, bonefish trombone." Some
Yeah, and I
shit
think
like
they were.
that.
I think they were trying to give it the coloring of like the books, but
They-
I don't know.
they-
It
they
didn't
said
translate well.
pastel, but sometimes it was very neon-ish. It was
Yeah, the
there
neon
was-
was a lot.
Like the purple of the messiness and it just pops. Yeah, it's too
Oh,
much. So we're introduced first to this little village, all that, and the mom works downtown, and her boss
real
is. They're all they say it's real estate. They all look like they're a bunch of like not telephone
No,
operators,
yeah,
but like
they're like stockbrokers.
So
Yeah.
you know what I thought of? You know, in Private Ryan when they
That
find
is
out the
the
other
typist.
guy and all the secretaries are writing the
That's
notes
what
about
it looks
dead
like.
people, and I was like,
yes,
"Dear Mrs. Ryan, your son was murdered in Normandy yesterday."
by a cat.
And also, yeah.
He had a large cat. We're trying to hunt him down.
And he
ma'am.
said, "Down with the Jews." You know?
"Dear High Command, the cat has struck again. The war crimes
Third Reich
are
is making a
numerous."
move.
Stop.
Stop, please. Send
Next
help.
line.
Well,
Next line.
The cat arrived.
apparently, There are 3 Jewish-looking older men that follow him around and do all of his legal work for him. This is how I believe we will track him down. Stop.
We know the Cat in the Hat is not one of us. Does he have curls under that hat?
There are
Very
rumors that his
sexually
cat
aggressive.
suit is made out of human hair.
That he has
Stop.
scalped. Do you think
It
like, he
believed
visited
to be
kids
taken-
during World War II and he's like, oh, it looks like it sucks here. Oh, yeah.
Oh. You seen the movie The Boy in the Striped Pajamas?
He did that. We're going to clean up this concentration camp. I'd rather be out of it.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Ed, drink. Oh, yeah.
Cat.
They're going to hear you.
Hey, Ed, are you a lesbian? Oh, yeah.
Have you seen Sing 1 and Sing 2? Please, Cat, no. We can't.
Please, Cat. I'm starving. If we could just get out of here. We could do that, or we could have some fun on your last day on Earth before they burn you alive, kid.
Hey, Ann, unlatch the cabinet so the Germans can come in.
It'll work out. It always works out, kid.
This is like
Oh,
if Cat in the
yeah.
Hat was Drop Dead Fred almost.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but even more maniacal. Where you're like, maniacal, excuse me. Where you're like, Jesus, dude, you are destroying the
Well,
world.
manic.
Oh, yeah.
Manic
Hey,
works
Hitler,
too.
they didn't like your artwork.
I like this. He just stuck around with Hitler for the longest damn time.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, Hitler. If we make too big of a mess, we can just clean it up at the end.
Hey, Trump, tell Iran to evacuate. Oh, yeah.
No, not like that, Hitler. I have a machine. It can bring back all the
Baldwin.
Jews.
Alec
Wait a
Baldwin,
sec.
point that gun and shoot it. They tested the bullets. Oh, yeah.
Rush. Did you all, it's,
Fuck.
you know, Sympathy for the Devil, where, like, he's just, like, quoting where the devil was throughout the whole song. He's like,
Yeah.
he was a rat. He's like,
When Jesus Christ.
oh, yeah. I'm a man of fur
Oh
and
my
things.
So the Cat in the Hat is the devil.
I think
That's
he's
what we're
worse than the
saying?
devil. I think he's pure chaos.
Yeah, because the devil
devil's
has, like,
looking to
a
corrupt
pure
your soul.
mindset. This
Yeah,
is Lord
the cat's
Chaos.
just wanting to make your life bad
Let's have fun, man.
and then leave.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Off track again.
but yep.
I mean,
So we're introduced to the mom's boss as he comes down
the germaphobe.
to the work floor. A man shakes his
Going
hand and he
great.
fires him immediately.
yeah, he's an over the top germaphobe.
Hell.
There's like he's
Hand
dumping hand
sanitizer.
sanitizer. There's signs about employees washing their hands. It's a lot for a character that
unnecessary. It
probably
doesn't
has
matter.
about 5
Wait.
minutes total in this film.
Maybe the worst line in the movie is, "You're fired."
Fired.
Fired.
What? Oh, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because one of the other problems I have with this film, it is unnecessarily loud throughout the whole film.
Except Mike Myers' parts.
Except Mac Myers, who talks like this.
His
baby.
voice
Am
feels
I
like he's
right?
giving it half the effort.
Sounds like he might be dying under that cat suit.
Oh yeah.
You all
I'm
know
going
that
to
that
die of
cat
heat
suit,
stroke.
it had an air conditioner kind of unit or like some kind of AC unit inside of it because he was burning the fuck up
I
in
was
it.
about to say, yeah, you had to move that air out, yeah, but
I don't want to be around, baby.
I just don't want to
see.
be. You mean
Oh
in the
my
cat
God.
suit, Mike, or
Just
yeah,
around.
just around with
No,
these
I like
fucking
the-
kids?
I like the human
Wow.
hair. I just don't like the kids.
I'll take the suit, but get these.
Can we
kids off my
skin the
set.
kids for more human hair?
This just sounds like Roger from American Dad at this point. Can we skin the
Because
kids?
Anyway, with all this to say, we're introduced to the mom, and she's got to have a party with the boss coming over there tonight. And the boss is a germaphobe, and her babysitter was fired, and she's got to make sure her house is clean.
Fired, she
Or
quit.
she'll
all
get
that.
fired. Yeah.
Can,
Yeah,
can we?
yeah.
I want to touch on that real quick, and we'll move forward.
Do we need to though?
We cut to the kids doing some heinous, stupid thing, but the babysitter has already left. But the house looks fine, like they never did anything. It's bad writing, PE. It's
Yeah,
bad
it is.
writing.
It's unnecessary storytelling.
Well, we also get
Like-
introduced, like,
The house should have been a disaster beforehand.
That's right, PE.
and that's why she should have left.
But it's frustrating.
Sorry,
'cause
man.
No, I was going to say, like, the reason that we get introduced to the boss is because you're going to have a party later. So it's like, okay, that's kind of going to be the issue. The house has to be clean for the party. We all see it coming. Whatever. We know how Cat in the Hat works. But that's like step 1 of 5 that they just add shit to this film for no reason. Like, they just keep adding. Because the very next scene when she gets home is Alec Baldwin's character.
Wait, Matt said, I liked how he said, we know how the Cat in the Hat works. And automatically I thought of the Ancient Aliens guy. He goes, we know how the Cat in the Hat works. Or do we?
Or do we? We know he likes to build in triangles.
Maybe.
Crop circles come out of his crate.
What if Ancient Aliens guy is theorizing the existence of this magical cat that no one else believes in?
It's actually real and driving him insane.
Maybe Alec Baldwin's character did find himself in some purple ooze, but and a lot of ancient astronaut Cat in the Hat theorists say
Oh yeah, purists.
the cat in the midst of cleaning made a mess out of Alec Baldwin's face.
Are you talking about a
Maybe.
reverse cat clean where he cleans, but then he in the back?
Well, that's what the Things did, right? Every time they would clean something, it would make a mess.
All
of
right,
it.
yeah.
Which is just really a deeper conversation on how you can't just beat away your problems. You actually have to deal with
Is it
them.
a deeper?
No, I'm just trying to help the movie. I'm really just trying to get at bat for it. But yeah, so we're introduced to Alec Baldwin's character.
Those
when we get
fucking
to the house.
Ancient Aliens thing 1 and thing 2.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So mom
Alec
mom gets home. The house is a mess because our 2 kids. One of
Oh,
them is
shit.
like this perfectionist who likes to make a lot of lists, and she's not personable, but she's just a bossy little sociopath. And the other one likes to just destroy things just to be difficult.
You know,
could
I will
tell.
say, it was a bold choice to make the 2 kids of this movie just little shits that no one likes.
It was.
You know, that takes guts and
Well,
courage.
it made
Instead
it
of,
easier
like-
for the mom to deliver the line of, sometimes I wish I wasn't your mom.
Yeah, it was a hard
Yeah,
line.
that was hard as hell. But like, you could see this movie where if they don't make the kids shit, it's okay. Like, kids make messes. That's part of being a kid.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be a bad kid to make a mess.
Yeah.
So and then
because we only
and then
have
it-
extremes.
You become the boss where he's like a neat freak. If you know.
and that kid, what's his name?
Connor.
Connor,
Spencer
Condor,
Presley.
Concrete. I heard a lot of different names for
God,
him.
yeah. Conrad.
Conrad. Yeah, see, you almost feel justified in thinking, yeah, they need to send this kid off because he's clearly just an asshole to be an
Yeah,
asshole.
no, they should still send him off.
Sociopath.
He
He's a
shouldn't get a
sociopath.
free pass because the cosmic being came back and fixed the house. Like,
Cthulhu came and made his wishes come true. That
honestly,
means he's
the Cat in the
aligned
Hat
with
probably got
Cthulhu.
more
That
damage.
makes me
He's
think
aligned
of
with Cthulhu.
Monty Python. Some lady handing out swords in the middle of a lake is no system of government.
Cat in the Hat is not a replacement for parenting.
Pink. That's no
Some
way.
magical being does not mean a kid automatically gets better.
That was pretty good Harry Potter.
But and this one, he's aligned with the ultimate chaotic being Cthulhu, though. So I like it too.
Yeah, I do like it, but we
Enter
could
the
have done
Void.
without making the kid a piece of shit. Oh, nice.
Do you remember Enter the Void movie? This is what happens if they had come over. The Cat in the Hat would have come over. Spencer Breslin would have had his moment. And thing
Never
1 and
grown
thing
up.
2 would be unleashed on the world.
Yeah, well, I can't
Got
wait
it.
to get to them because they are the bane
Yeah.
of this film.
Are they?
They're
Yes,
up
they
there for me.
fucking are.
There's
They
a bane
fucking
for
are.
me.
I gotta be honest with you. This is probably not a good way to make a podcast, but I think most of their scenes I slept through.
No, I get it. They're the worst thing in this film for me by far.
No, like I saw some of them, and then I saw how they tricked them, and they just said the opposite, and that's
Yeah.
how you fix
That's
them.
when I did the rage punching in a pillow I had in my lap. I was like, fuck it.
Stupid. God damn. You can't just
Why did I
introduce
pick
a
this
problem and
movie?
solve the problem in the same dialogue. It wasn't a problem then.
They did that little sound and it fucking weirded me out.
Oh my god, they're miserable. Ugh.
And it's Homer doing it.
And they're roadblock number 4 or 5 in this film for some reason.
I think
Like-
that's the other problem.
They're just more
Matt, you
shit
don't say
added.
that like All right.
Fuck. So yeah, we're introduced to Alec Baldwin, who shows up as a neighbor who finds their
He's
dog,
super
Nevins
creepy.
or something like that. He's weird and creepy.
Super
He seems
pervert.
like he's put together. He makes sexual jokes. He threatens the boy. He's trying to hook up with their mom. He is hooking up with their mom.
Did he fuck her?
What an alpha. He makes sexual jokes. He threatens the boy.
He's fucking the mom. He's talking
Now,
dirty.
that's what he called himself too. He looks like a fucking incel in his goddamn house when he's getting the TV.
Yeah,
remote.
God.
I'm an alpha. I'm an alpha. Give me that TV back.
Why that scene exists, I'll never know. It's fucking weird.
I guess
just-
because he's poor.
But as quickly as he comes, she needs help and he leaves. Because
Yeah,
he's
it
got
just-
work, which turns out he doesn't work. He's a loser. But it doesn't matter. None of that matters.
None of it matters. Yeah, he's just another problem that they have to solve 5 minutes down the road.
Speed bump.
Yeah, he's the biggest speed dump.
Yeah, he is, but it's
Everybody
wrong because you
belly.
think the party is the biggest. But they just can't focus on one thing in this film long enough for you to care.
That's very
I
good
think that's
point.
it. There is no biggest because all of these problems get solved right around the same time from nothing, from just the brother and the sister holding hands. That's it.
Yep. Anyways, mom has to go back to work. She calls in for a babysitter. Babysitter named Mrs. Kwan. Is that a white lady playing an Asian lady?
No,
I'm pretty sure she's Asian, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She's more racist than fucking Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Okay, this is worse than that.
It's
She
bad.
would have fit right in the Cage movie. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah. A very offensive
Miss
stare.
Kwan, would you like
audience
to
member?
bet your
Oh,
fighter-
your kids just watch the TV. Yes, so
my
watch the
fighter-
TV, kids. I gotta tell your mom.
My fighter for Cage is Cat in the Hat. Good luck.
It's
God
like,
damn, guys, we can't do this.
no, this is what they did.
Cat. This is what they did.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
best
look, a
part-
big cat. Let's cook it.
Have you guys ever seen those YouTube videos when it's black exploitation
No, I don't.
kung fu films
Yeah.
where they
yeah.
voice over and they're like box kata? Oh shit! I didn't know you were serious. Box kata. That's what they do for the Taiwan Council.
The
Like,
government.
they
Yeah.
yeah. Whoa, whoa, like they add all those noises.
And then she like looks and she says, "Yes, death to big government."
That's to make government.
It is.
Oh, that's a big cat. Maybe we eat it for dinner. That's her voice the whole time.
This is as racist as the Birth of a Nation movie, or what's the Disney one? The
Song of the South.
Song of the South. It's on level
Beauty and
with
the
Song
Beast.
of the South.
Pat's got that just plugged into his brain.
Right in there.
I'm
Hi,
a
Dinosaur.
racist dictionary.
I still think Beauty and the Beast is probably their most racist film because that whole movie just made me not respect French
Why?
people.
Because Gaston ate more eggs than anybody.
No,
if you've
all
ever
those
read-
French people suck in that film. So.
Have you ever seen that Reddit post where it talks about how many eggs Gaston ate? Like the
It
math they
caused like the
did.
French Revolution.
He devoured a whole nation of eggs.
I like Gaston. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of his.
Gaston was
I
fine.
actually think he's.
Yeah, Gaston,
All he was
yeah.
trying to do is protect his village.
All he was trying to do was to kill the werewolf outside the
Whoa,
town.
whoa, whoa,
Like,
whoa.
you have
He
to
was
do a
trying to
lot
stop
of mental.
bestiality. He was trying to stop bestiality. Okay.
It's
You
just
start fucking
weird,
dog.
Belle. You can't fuck a dog, Belle.
Bell, I don't care that
Dog,
he
that's
sings.
fair,
That's
man.
I'm glad
Should
he
marry
only
me?
dances, but he has
Don't
to
marry
die.
me, Belle. I don't care. Just don't have sex with a dog.
You don't
Bell,
understand.
don't
Just
get
on his
under the
predator
horse.
talks. You're adding fuel to the fire. Like I don't know what to tell you. We have to kill him. Like, you
Yeah,
know, we-
next thing you know, she's lined up in the stable waiting for Mr. Ed. And yeah, the fucking Anwar talks. Ooh.
Or next thing you know, she's in Tijuana.
She wanted to do a donkey show.
We're in the timeline
favorite
where
line
Ashton
of any
Kutcher. Ashton
Or
Kutcher
what?
goes back in time and he comes back and he's like, "Oh shit, they made Cat in the Hat in this timeline. Damn it."
That's still better than me not having my legs. So
Yeah.
well.
Still by God.
Oh.
We reference that movie at least once every podcast, and that's actually why we chose this movie. It's because the past 3 podcasts we referenced Cat in the Hat, and I hadn't seen it yet. It was worth the wait. Just like I hope the audience knows that it's worth the wait of us really jumping into this movie.
Yeah, I don't think
Just-
let's go through the scenes. You just want to? Should we
No,
just jump
we
to the big
don't.
moments?
No, yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah. So
It kind of throws us out of whack, but I think that's fine.
yeah, the whole movie.
Brandon, as the
There's not a
lead
plot
singer
to
of the
follow.
Beatles, are you okay if we don't go scene by scene on this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
fine.
Did
Oh,
we kill him?
yo,
I thought we killed Brandon for a second. Like I'm dead inside. I don't.
This
don't
movie
do what
does.
you're
I
on.
don't. You all don't understand. This movie does. It does.
You picked it. You picked it.
I picked it out of necessity because of you two. You two were bullies. You fucking backed me in the corner, and you're like, I either do it or we'll get the beast out, Belle.
Very Cat in the Hat of us.
Very Cat in the Hat of us.
Thing 1 and thing 2, Brett and Matt.
You know, this whole film is the cat just causing like huge amount of trauma to these kids. It's scared
really all it
straight.
is.
That's what this film is. It's scared
Oh my
straight.
god.
I'm gonna ruin your fucking life, Conrad. I'm gonna destroy your house. You're gonna be homeless unless you.
gonna
make
grape
choices.
you.
I'm gonna grape. You're gonna what?
And then it's got that, you see
And then at
that,
the end, it's like, I'm just kidding, dude. I'll fix all of
It's
this
just
for
kidding.
you.
I'll
But I
fix
could
it.
have.
I got
I
you.
really could have done
Yeah,
all this to
you understand. Like I could have ruined your life.
I can't
easily.
die.
the Will Ferrell when he does the Scared Straight Saturday Night Live thing, but
Oh
he's
my
got
God,
like
yeah.
the high shorts and he's like, I'll be honest, I'm having the time of my life in here.
I love
I'm
that.
getting laid more than ever.
It really is just the cat just causing untold trauma to try to solve their issues.
Yeah, I don't really
I would
know.
love
We
if they
go
made
from
a Cat in the Hat 2 that follows up on these kids like 20 years down the line to see what happened to them.
where they're
They'd be in
struggling.
prison. They'd be in prison.
I think Conrad might be. You guys
He'd
don't
be in
know what I
prison.
went
The
through.
girl would have like a Ponzi scheme going, and she'd be on the verge. You know.
I can always fix it in the end. I can always fix it in
Always
the end.
fix it in the
The
end.
cat said, "Last second savior, last second savior."
I signed the contract.
The only cat in the hat in life is a bullet in the brain, and that's how the movie ends.
Wow, this sounds like an Ashton Kutcher film. I feel
I,
we just
I
ripped
thought
on him
American
now.
History X, but yeah. Bite the
just
curb,
saying.
cat. Bite the curb.
Oh, Jesus. So we got to introduce Alec Baldwin's character, who's a horn dog and doesn't belong in this film.
It's so
Oh.
scary, but we'll keep moving on because it's
The next
disgusting.
character we get introduced to is it the cat at this point?
The
Yeah,
fish?
Swan
it's
goes
the cat.
back
Yeah,
to
the cat. The cat
Look
and
at
then the
that.
fish.
Yeah, so
Oh,
the cat,
randomly, can I jump on something? This scene makes no sense, and I know we said we're not going to go scene by scene, but randomly, before their
can't help
babysitter
yourself.
gets there, or their babysitter is there. Alec Baldwin like sneaks in their house, grabs a bunch of
Beer.
beer and random shit, and then just leaves. What was the
That's a
point
good
of that?
neighbor. That's a
he
good
was too
neighbor.
bored for his own beer, I guess. But I don't know why
Okay.
they wanted to
Doesn't
add
matter.
in the kids film the beer. Like it
It doesn't matter.
Product placement of Miller Lite. It showed you the villain would drink Miller Lite.
As a villain should. Anyways, like you said, they're introduced to the cat now, who is a big fun guy, right, Matt?
He's something. He's the first thing that's really weird about this film is once the cat gets introduced. I've always heard the number one rule of like shooting movies is you don't stare at the camera. But
Oh my
half
God.
of
Oh my
his lines
god.
are delivered with him staring directly into the camera.
What I
And,
told
like,
you
That's
all,
the biggest flaw with the movie. It
It's
is.
very
Mike Myers-
weird.
75% of his lines are looking directly at your soul.
Mm-hmm. And he just does not shut up from the second he's on this film till he leaves.
But he
And
also
he's
doesn't
not even
bring
shut up.
energy. There's not a lot of energy in anything he's doing.
He's like
So
riffing,
it's just-
but not.
Not trying though. He's just saying the lines and let's move on. Cat
Oh, that's
done.
crazy. Or at
But
least that's what I said. Like just like I don't know. It's just like constant, like just.
or he
One
might
out of every
just
10
look
lines
done
hits.
now.
That's true, but he does have 200
One out of like
lines.
40, I thought. But I thought, wouldn't it be great if we see the cat finally appear, and it's just Alec Baldwin in a cat outfit because it's like some split thing, where he's like,
Hey, I'm
I
not
don't,
happy about it either, kids.
This is just what
let's
I
get
do.
rid of him. Where's your mom keep her underwear?
Don't worry, I can undo everything I'm about to do to him. What the
Like
fuck
I
are you
can
What does
talking
that
about,
mean?
man?
Raw.
What are you?
Yeah. And those kids were tainted.
Literally.
Yeah, and he does like a lot of like almost like cutaway gags.
Oh God.
Where-
Family Guy.
Ah,
It's Family
It's
Guy.
very Family Guy coded, where it's just him doing costume changes complete, which I don't think that's necessarily a negative thing. It's just like it's a mile a
is.
minute. It's
It is.
You know
like
what
a
it feels like?
mile a minute.
It feels like the genie from Aladdin without the talent of Robin Williams.
So
I
like
agree.
where
they
he's just
gave him the coke that Robin Williams had, and they're like, just
What?
go.
Just
Go,
go.
baby. This worked for Robin
Um,
for a few years.
But Mike Meyer,
that
he's
doesn't hold up
he's
either.
okay, but he's not talented as Robin Williams, so he can't riff like that. Do you hate Robin Williams?
I
Is that
don't
what's
hate
happening?
him, but he's he's another one that like Jim Carrey and this that aged out after. So I used to love Robin Williams, like that was my main dude, man. And then you get older, and like I can't do it anymore. You have got to slow down. The same thing happened to Robin Williams that happened to Jim Carrey. I think as they get older, they're like, oh God, I've got to change. I have got to change.
Not the same.
I will agree, but I do think some of his comedies hold up better than Jim Carrey's do.
I agree. I like Robin Williams, so
I
do
like him.
too.
I do too.
But like
That's not
some of his
him.
movies
I like
are
Jim
kind of
Carrey.
boring.
Yeah. It's too much where like Mrs. Doubtfire is a problem.
I don't like that movie.
I like
That
that
would have
movie.
been the one I talked.
That
he
is
had
a
he
problem.
had a movie in the 2000s called RV that I watched with Dad twice in theaters because he loved it so much. And
That's
I
a good show right there,
I
boys.
think of that film all the time because it pops in my head and I have no one to talk to because no one else has ever watched that movie. Like-
That's actually, I'm so glad you mentioned that movie because Grandma and I rented that when I was living with her. And it's one of the first times I've ever watched a movie with Grandma. And at the end of it, she looked at me and she said, "What the fuck was that?"
I watched it
Because it's
twice in
all over the
theaters, Dad.
place.
I like Winnebago Man is my answer to that.
Winnebago, man.
Do you not know what Winnebago Man is?
No.
Matt, do you know Winnebago Man?
Yes.
It's the one where the guy has an RV lot, like it's a documentary kind of, and he owns it, and they're filming the commercials, and it's all these cuts, and he's like, "Come on down and check out this RV," and he'll be like,
Fuck
Jesus fucking Christ,
Christ,
fuck,
yeah.
because he'll fuck up in the middle of it. And he goes, Jim, hey Jim, will you do me a kindness? Will you do me a kindness, Jim? Will you get out of the fucking scene, Jim?
So, the only reason I know Winnebago Man, there is a
me a
a
kindness.
car sales around here that
That?
they advertised on TikTok by doing commercials like that.
Oh my
They'd
god,
be
I
like,
would have.
"We have a 2005 Ford in perfect condition," and he'll go around the edge with the camera and he'll show a dent, and he's like, "God fucking damn it! Just help me fix it." But yeah, they were pretty big on TikTok, for, at least like local, it was a few years back. But
That's pretty awesome.
yeah,
Because Winnebago Man, it's only like 20, 30 minutes, and it is
I'll
great
watch
in
it.
that time.
yeah,
And he goes,
it's like it's on
he's
YouTube.
outright.
So
It is, yeah.
yeah, I remember something about Robin Williams. I don't remember where we are in this film. It has to be about the cat. Oh yeah, the cat. He just says stuff. It's just constant gags. He just says weird things in funny
Pull us
voices.
back there, Matt.
Yeah, they're like, "You ruined Mom's dress, honey. It was ruined when she got it." Or "I'll kill you and I'll make it look like a bloody accident." And I'm trying to remember any other ones.
I laughed at that a bit.
I actually laughed
Yeah,
at that.
no,
Was why I like that scene because that guy was annoying as fuck, and he just looks at him with, "I'll kill you and make it look like a bloody accident."
That part. I mean, yeah, I think that's actually the scene that's most remembered from this film. Still, is like
Is it?
the cooking one.
I
Oh,
don't remember most of that.
That
I
was
do.
still referenced like in popular culture.
I didn't know that.
The one when he chops his tail off and they hang in there, like all that. But
And then it cuts to lawsuit. So we're thinking lawsuit, and we've got a pretty good case.
I thought that part was somewhat funny too.
yeah, but I think the issue is like that's
disjointed. It
one
is
joke
Family
out of
Guy.
100, though.
It is
So,
Family Guy cutaways.
Yes.
And a kids movie.
So
And
that's the
this
cat.
is 5 minutes after that cat took the mom's picture and was like, gonna pleasure himself to it. Okay.
Humana, humana, humana.
So
Yeah, it's just yeah. I mean that's the cat. He's just
and there's a
nonstop
contract
jokes.
scene where this cat pops up and asks these children to sign a contract that says that they can have all the fun and he'll clean it all up and nothing bad will come from it. Which sounds like what an adult tells you when they give you a 50 Shades of Grey contract.
It is a little weird. It I don't know. I guess it kind of raises a question of what was their plan with the cat? Because like the book was what 20
skin it.
sentences, so we said, right? Like, so like it's just weird that they transposed the cat from the book to the film, and they're like, I don't know, just like 10 million jokes, make him perverted, a lot of sex jokes, innuendos.
Once
Dude,
again, all those jokes that we were gonna use that were inappropriate for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, let's use them here.
I mean,
That's
they
kinda
are
what it
funny
feels
ones.
like.
Yeah,
They
there are
stole
some
a
funny
script.
ones.
They stole a script from Family Guy and mixed them in there. Is what they did.
Seth MacFarlane, we need like 10 jokes.
I'm fine with that too. I thought, like I said, the cupcake scene is the only
8-year-olds?
scene. It's nonsensical, but it's the only one that kind of works.
Yeah. But once again, what sucks is that's one scene out of like the 50 jokes that he like just fires off here.
You're not wrong. You're just stupid.
Hey, that hurt. No, great.
No, wait just a minute.
Man, I'll kill you.
Bedwetter. It says it. Can we tap that?
That was also kind of funny. We can
I
tap
don't think
it. but
that
it's
one
not
was.
good.
I thought that was weird.
I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah.
The way he said you can tap it all you want, but it's not going to change the truth. I don't know. I thought it was good.
It's just
But so-
all of them. The ones that we say felt good or somewhat funny. Those are the ones where I'm like, I don't know if a kid should be.
Yeah,
Like it's-
yeah. I always find it weird when they add adult jokes like that in kids' films. I don't
the
understand.
dirty hole, the banging, the jerking to
But-
the mom.
You know what the best part about all these jokes are, even though most of them are terrible and they're inappropriate and all that, is there is one person that really appreciates the jokes, and it's Mike Myers because he spends half the movie laughing at his own joke.
He sure does.
He has
What
this
makes
But
it
he
weird-
hated his time here.
Yeah, you can
hated
tell,
it.
like
Right.
it's like
Much
not
like
in the
him, I hated
script.
it.
He's laughing at his own jokes. It's real time laughing.
See, I got the I got the vibe of he's like, I'm gonna be like, tell the joke. Move on, director.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, because he's the lawyers in the background are like, keep it going or we sue you.
I could see
Damn.
it. Yeah, but
I don't know. I have a complete hate of this movie, so
I can
I'm
feel it.
wrong.
Well, after Cat, I think the next characters, I mean, it doesn't matter if we go in order, are the Sings. Sing 1 and 2, who are the actual worst part of this film, by far.
They,
Yeah.
I don't know how they shot them, but they're moving at 2 times speed relative to everyone else, and it looks like shit. It's also very frustrating to watch them.
There's a making of this that I stumbled on when I was a kid. We were young or whatever, and it came on. Not a kid, like a, whatever, still a teenager. But it came on like HBO. Well, it came on HBO, and it was like putting them in the costume and them talking. And I was like, "Huh, what is this?" One night, and then it popped up what they were. I'm like, "No, get out of here, get out of here!" Thing 1 and thing 2, and they've haunted me since.
There's the worst things in this film for me, bar none. They come in, they cause chaos, and it's just
pointless.
like it's pointless, and then they like destroy the house, and the kids like I don't know. Which they're kind of like that in the book, I guess. Like I get the idea that they had for him. It just sucks to watch.
We get to see his ass crack when he's working on the couch.
Oh
That's
my
weird.
God.
Do. Yeah,
Couch
they fix the
mechanic.
couch. We get stains on everything. It feels like a lot of wasted time in a film that was already like padding
Extended
out.
too much.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, cool, this sucks. I hate you. And they talk weird. They're ugly looking. They're terrifying.
Thing one and thing two, how to handle them was explained immediately. They do the opposite of what you tell them. It takes Conrad until the end of the movie, and then they like clap for him, like, "Oh my God, you genius!" And I'm like,
You did it.
"You're an
dumbass."
idiot. It took you a day to figure this out. When they told you, they laid it out for you.
It's just a miserable.
The book does it in one page, you know."
And then I don't remember who's after the things. Like, who's the next random thing that they introduce? That's
The portal.
They go to
Great.
There's a there's a crate, which ends up somehow being the actual big bad problem of this film.
Oh my God, it's
Even though we've
that
already been
lasts
introduced to
5
4 other
seconds.
big bad problems.
It lasts one slippery slide ride down, and it's done.
I never understood the point of that though. Why did it exist?
I don't know. I don't understand the. I don't understand most of the plot structure or dialogue of this film.
Okay.
I feel like I'm just attacking it.
That,
You know what? I came into this liking this film. You guys have ruined it for
Welcome
me.
to the
No,
jungle.
I'm with you, Matt. I mean, I don't like it. I just acknowledge. It's
Then we
fine.
have the neighbor, Larry, trying to chase the dog, uncover the chaos, and prove the kid's unfit. Right?
Yeah,
the
which-
dog-
it's so weird because it's like the
His
dog
motives
guy.
are fucking weird.
He wants to bang the mom. Actually, he makes some.
Yeah,
sense.
he's banging the mom already.
Yeah, well,
Is he? That
That's
was my question
clearly
for you all
happening.
earlier.
Tells you
Do you all
he's
think he's
talking.
banging her? Because they
Yes.
act like they've been
Yeah.
banging, right?
For a while.
yeah,
So she's
don't
seen
let
him
someone
without
talk
the
to-
girdle, right?
yeah.
Shirt
Yeah,
on,
maybe.
girdle
Oh,
on.
so he wore his shirt. He wore his
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
Or shirt.
You
think
don't let
he had
someone.
a sock on too?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Probably.
You don't let someone talk you into putting your kid in military school that you're not.
Unless
allowed to
you're-
do this.
Did he
Yeah.
have on his tidy whities and he just unrolled it from the tidy whities, or did he do like the Hesma Jew where it's like the cutout sheet?
Cutout sheet, easy.
Got out. Yeah. Easy.
And they never do it at his place because we've seen his place and it's terrible.
Well, we know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, let's keep an eye on your kids here, and she's like, that's weird.
Yeah. No. Yeah. They've been.
And
seeing
it
each
is
other.
weird. Yeah. They've been doing a lot of stuff.
If the film doesn't want us to think that, they did a bad job.
Yeah.
Just like that cat. But yeah, so yeah, the dog thing. They make a bunch more jokes. There's like 200 jokes here, including
We go to
him
the
spelling out a
neighbor's
vehicle as shit.
party.
Oh my god. Yeah. There's so
That
many-
they're not invited to. With that one awful, ugly looking, weird kid from Even Stevens, right?
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
I think this kid was the prior version of what is it in Inglorious Bastards? The
Bear Jew?
Jew bear.
The bear
Here
Jew?
too.
He's the German version though. What's the kid who gets stuck in the tube in Willy Wonka?
Augustus. Bluth?
Something
No.
funny last name.
Blue.
Augusta
Augustus
the
Bluth?
Busta. We'll call him Augusta the Busta then. That's their bear too.
I mean, that kid just looks like a Who in general, anyways, like a ugly ass Who.
Damn. The Who's are kind of ugly already, so that's just.
Yeah, exactly.
Ouch.
He looks like a
Bottom of the
diabetic
barrel.
trailer park.
So
So-
at that point is when they hit Cat in the hat and the balls with the
Oh
baseball
my-
bat. And they
He's
do a
already been
really
trained to do
weird scene of him in his happy place. Which was kind of disturbing now that I'm older and know that's kind of referencing some other stuff, I guess, to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that scene?
Yeah, when he's in the dress on the swing
When
and
he's
his
dressed as a
innocence is
female?
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. That's super messed up, actually. This is,
I think this is where I was asleep in this
He
scene.
was spayed and neutered already, though, so remember that. But somehow
fine.
getting hit in the junk made him instantly turn into a bitch cat on a swing.
Yeah, like
playing
obviously
some-
a reference to someone going to their happy place in a rape. Like that's
Yep.
that's what it was
And-
referencing. And now that I'm older
Oh,
watching
God.
that, I was like, this
Manhood.
is
That's awful.
yeah, like it was. Ouch! Actually, yeah, this film. You know, I like this film.
I want my comeuppance.
You're gonna get it, man. With these ratings that are coming, you'll uppance on that come. I hope that was as weird as it fucking felt to
Yeah,
say.
that was
Whoa.
weird.
Yeah.
Get that cat in the hat off of this podcast now.
Nope, there's no reverse button here, asshole. Matt, plow
Spay and
ahead,
neuter
good
that
sir.
thing.
Me, Brandon took
Yes.
notes. I'm just trauma dumping on you.
So we did the birthday, right? And
You
now
did
the
take notes,
house is
Brandon.
destroyed, right? We also get the cat. They chase Larry, who's got the dog, downtown, and they take the cat or the dog from him by tricking him. He goes, "I call that. We don't use the D word, sir. We call them canine Americans.
Oh
I
God.
prefer that. Yeah, whatever, you hippie freak. This is where my life."
I mean, I think Alec
Here,
Baldwin's-
sign this petition with this pen that's so big you have to use two hands. Which is not something that is implied, it's something that he literally says.
Yes.
Feels somewhat sexual.
So that they get the
Yeah.
dog, and then they somehow get to an underground rave.
Oh, they go in the telephone booth.
Yeah, which is
What the
another weird
fuck?
scene.
God,
I
and-
fell
Cat
asleep
in the
at too
Hats.
many.
The hat is popular at the rave scene, and we had to show that to children. Why? With Paris Hilton dancing.
Mhm.
That's where I missed her.
Yep, and then they get.
You didn't
he
miss her.
loses his hat here, right? It's
No,
another
no,
plot point.
no. He does.
I need you all to explain this to me.
He lies.
Okay,
To him.
no, I
explain
know.
this to me. So I missed that whole part, right? And so at the end, they're like, "But you never really lost your hat." And the whole time I've seen this asshole, he's had the hat on his head. So what did they think happened?
So
Okay,
they
let me
think he
explain
took-
it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when they pop out of there, the cat's sitting down, and he looks kind of like dumb faced, and he's like, "This isn't my hat. My magic's gone." And he keeps saying that he can't do things for him, can't pull a fucking rabbit out of his hat because his magic's gone. And he got one of the rave person's hats, so he doesn't have his magic. And then at the end of it, we find out the children point out, like, he starts doing magic,
Yeah.
and he goes, "You've had your hat the whole fucking time." He goes, "You got me. You got me."
This
Yeah, it's
was the
just
plan.
another-
I planned it all.
Yeah, that's
A
road bump
fucking
number
lie.
5
A
in
lie.
this film. It's just, yeah, film's just playing with us at this point. I feel like they were like, "Hey, we need like kind of a conflict," and just they threw shit at a wall, and they're like, "Wait, why pick? Let's do it all." Horny neighbor, germophobic boss, the cat
One of the
losing his
writers like,
powers,
"That's me.
the sings,
The party,
a crate made in
Yeah.
the Philippines that leads to another
That's
world.
me.
the dog getting away.
Yeah, all
That's
of this. This is
me.
all. There's no such thing as too many good ideas.
The
We should do
fish.
all of them.
Then one right in the back's like, "When we're gonna have one good idea."
We shut the fuck up, Jim.
Maybe you shouldn't be a director and just stick to
Jim, who's later gonna write for the Daily Show.
Yeah. I think the entire problem with this movie is one that it was made, but two, the
Damn.
director. I think the director is your weak spot.
And the writers.
Yeah.
Could you imagine getting the script and somebody okaying it to put on your lap? And you're like,
I know
how
I
do I
can
make this
because
come to fruition?
once again, the book of whatever
Joe.
was
Joe.
written.
Two idiots, no two idiots.
Damn.
No,
Job, not
Henry.
no.
The
Job.
book of Henry.
Who's on
Look
first?
at Joe.
It's the book of Henry. That
Oh,
book was
yeah, that's a
written,
good
and that yeah. Wait, are we serious? You didn't understand?
No,
what
no,
I'm
we
saying
don't.
is, studios produce shit all the time, so I'm not shocked that this was pushed through.
Yeah, but there's like levels, right? Like there's shit like your weekly episode of Grey's
levels?
Anatomy where there's an earthquake in the middle of Seattle and somehow all the doctors
And
are
they
like
could've played
involved in it.
this simple.
And then there's this.
They could have made it simple. That's the problem with this. It's like you overcomplicated this thing way too much. You could have just easily fucking strolled through the park, and they're like, "Nah, we got another problem." I'm like, "No. Oh, what is the cat doing?"
Well, that's where you, as a director, just make changes and you say, "We don't need this. We don't need
Do you
that."
think a
This
director
guy
who
was
was
a
a
bitch.
production designer actually had power on this set?
Not over in
That's
Mike
the
Myers.
whole issue with this whole movie. He had no power. That's my point. You don't see a single touch of director. You see actors and you see writers
Designer.
and you see production design. You don't see direction in this movie.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but this was a studio vehicle, and they said we're gonna make it this way, and they picked somebody more as a name and as a figurehead than a director. So you're right in a sense, but it was a pick from the studio for a reason.
Yeah, and he just sat there and he made a movie. He didn't direct a movie. I think that's the biggest issue with this movie is there is not Matt, like you said, there are too many angles they're trying to take, and not a single one of them goes through because they don't commit.
It went back to it. Too
What?
many cooks. Too
Oh,
many
yeah.
cooks.
But there's not enough cooks. We don't have a cook.
Just too many fires.
Yeah.
We have a God. I hate saying this. If
Do you?
if Alec Baldwin is an alpha, then we have
Oh,
a beta
God damn it.
director.
Both
Oh,
of you
man.
stop with this alpha shit.
Can't.
As
You know an
someone
alpha
who
when you
knows
see
for a
one.
fact that it's not a real thing. It doesn't exist outside of nature and like animals.
We live in nature. We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
animals.
I wish we had control over this video. Like as you all keep saying alpha, and as you're rambling on about this, Brett, like you see me like changing over here,
hurtful.
where I would start wearing the fedora, and I've got like a,
Red pill or blue pill, Brandon?
yes,
Like which
my
one are you gonna
lady,
take?
he's
Yeah.
right, alpha.
Oh no, Brandon's
Get
becoming a
away, you
Reddit mob.
stupid bitch! You won't go out with me.
Yeah,
Never go
the
full
whole
Reddit.
idea of that is the world is broken up into assholes and too nice of people, right? And that there is no nuance in that. You either have to
Wait a
be a
minute. Are you just-
assertive asshole, or you have to be
Or-
a
You're just quoting
passive
Team
pussy.
America at this
Wait.
point.
No,
Or
that's the problem with this alpha beta
it's
stuff.
that,
It's-
or the reason I don't get laid, or that women don't like me, or that I can't make friends in this world is not me. It's not me. It's them. The problem is them. I'm a fucking man. I'm the best they got. It's never taking responsibility for your actions or who you are. Or saying maybe I
Yeah.
should grow. It's saying everybody else is a fucking problem.
You're all wrong.
Yeah. It's not me who's living at home with my mom jerking off the fucking Marvel comics. It's you all.
But
Oh,
Hey,
this,
Minerva,
this director was a
put up
coward.
those DC
Is what I
comics.
really think.
there we go.
Yeah,
this.
and so yeah, they get back to the house, and he's just like, "Well, I had my hat the whole time, and all this was planned out." And they're like, "You playing this? You playing this?" Yep.
You get me.
And so they get pissed at him, and they're like, "You need to get the hell out. Get out."
And then they're like, we're best friends. We'll both take on responsibility together.
Yeah, we did
That's
this
it. They
together.
didn't learn an actual lesson. All they decided is they were going to fucking take the blame because the house was in shreds. What
Yeah,
could
they
we
were
do?
so messed up. Yeah, there was no winning at this point. Yeah, it's a cat. Yeah, it's a terrible, terrible moral. Not that every kid film has to have like a moral of the story, like, but I don't know. I
Well,
don't even know what the point of this film was.
If
like, now that I'm
you
thinking
are
about it.
making your movie about having a moral, then you need to have a moral, right?
Yeah,
If that is
yeah.
all this is about in the end, and you were saying this kid is bad and she's a bossy kid, and you've stressed that multiple times. You've
Multiple.
got to have some understanding where they learn or there's some progression as a character. Or you should have that in any movie, but in a kid's movie, if you keep pointing out, like, he's a piece of shit who does the opposite. And he's
He
the
is a piece of
fucking-
shit.
He is.
I will say the girl seems to
yeah.
change a little bit. I think the
Yeah.
girl kind of realizes
Why?
that she's.
Why or how, though? Because she goes to a
She
birthday
goes to the
party?
party. She goes to the
and
party.
they didn't invite her.
Wow.
She
that was
understands
5
that she's
seconds.
missing out on having friends. Yes,
I didn't-
100% agreed.
Well,
Listen,
she learns
I
a
don't
lesson
think
in the
that's
same
wrong.
way that Bateman learns a lesson in American Psycho. It's like, oh, okay, when to socialize with these humans, I need to change my tactics. Like, she doesn't actually change who she is.
I thought you meant Bateman and American Pie, whatever his first name is. I was like, what, no
I thought
fucking
you meant-
Pie?
I thought you meant Bateman from
Arrested Development.
Arrested
Just
Development.
All good Batemans.
Breakfast is the
I'm
most
at the
important
serial
meal of the
killer
day.
one.
And what do we always say is the most important thing? Breakfast. No
Eating
family.
cats. What?
Blew
No
off.
spaying and neutering them.
But yeah, by learning their lesson, which was not hard earned and well delivered, the cat comes back.
The
and
cat
says,
came back.
"You pet," the very next day.
Shit.
No, that same day. It's a song.
Contract you signed
I
had
know.
some small print.
Morality clause.
It
Yeah.
said if you open the crate, you break the contract. But if you learned a lesson, which you most definitely have,
Because I just
Even the
looked
Jewish
everything for you.
lawyers agree.
They're good.
They nod their
they're,
heads.
they're
Yes.
shaking their head. Bomb Iran.
Kill them all, cat. We're working
As
on
they,
it.
as they infiltrate our country right now, I'm telling you all, everyone in Hollywood, controlled by the Jewish people.
Oh, is this Alex Jones? That's a pretty good
Chemtrails. Yeah,
Sandy
my wife
Hook
left me,
was,
and Sandy Hoax, where those kids died. That was a hoax. Like you kids will die today. At my very
So
hand.
yes, we should help Israel, but we should also know the Jews are coming for us next.
It's a complicated cycle. The cat does that, though.
Exactly. And the cat decides it's going to help him clean up, and we get the cleanup scene. It's a great
Can you
scene.
imagine? Fuck, what's his name now? InfoWars guy.
Alex Jones?
Alex Jones is the Cat in the Hat. Oh my god.
I think cat
Him
has
or Joe
one.
Rogan, they'd be that buffed little Cat in the Hat. Hey.
I can see Joe Rogan, Cat in the Hat. So you're saying there's another world out there? Whoa.
Whoa,
I have
Elon
to
Musk,
say-
boy.
There's a morality
this
clause
is-
and you just fix people's houses for free?
And that means that this is my
That's crazy.
fertility clause, where I get
Do
to
people know
impregnate
about
you.
this?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can just do stuff. People don't know you can just do things. That my
Well,
sponsor-
Joe Rogan already knows that, though.
Oh yeah, but the audience doesn't.
Well,
Yeah.
I like to think Elon Musk would have the fertility clause where the kid sign it goes, now I get to impregnate you with
I shall breed an army.
Fucking weirdo.
of
Your kid will
fucking
be
Conrads. No, Elon, you don't get the boy pregnant. Are you sure?
Elon, we've told you to stop it. Stop it.
Well,
puts
to
me
be
in his
fair, he's
mouth.
pretty against that kind of stuff if you hear him talk.
Yeah, but he would know better. I think he thinks he's supposed to, but when it came down to it, he'd be like, you get
Be
boys
impregnate?
pregnant? Boys have baby? And I'm like, no, Elon. No, boys have
No,
baby.
Elon.
Dad didn't tell me.
No, Elon, I'm sorry.
Weirdo.
Yeah. Get
But
out of
yeah,
that emerald mine.
This whole film just
Hold on, man. We're cleaning up the house.
fine. Clean up the house.
It's not
and-
film breakdown time.
No,
House gets
my
cleaned
God.
up. Mom comes home. She says, "Great job." Alec Baldwin shows up. He's got purple goo all over his face, and she's like, "You need to get the fuck out."
Problem one
purple goo.
destroyed.
And he keeps sitting on her fucking floor and touching her doors. That clean house is no longer clean.
It's
Yeah,
not.
I think the
It's
purple
not.
glue might be attached to him. 'Cause it
Ooh, it's like
represents him.
it's who he is. Yeah, he. No matter what he does, he can't wash that
He
goo off
is
because
good.
that's who he is. Yeah,
This is like Spirited Away, then. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
He's the green
Yeah.
guy in the bathhouse.
it's
The
like
kids
you're
in the house is
watching.
purified.
If you'd stop
right.
watching this movie as surface level and watch it the way it was intended, Brandon, then maybe you'd have the appreciation.
So
for
what
it.
you mean is, if I watch this with a bullet through half my fucking brain, I can catch up to you.
Really take care of me. He let me watch Cat in the Hat. That sounds like abuse.
You mean the cage method?
Would you rather fight in the cage?
It's called cage. It's called cage method, not the cage method.
I didn't say I said cage method.
No, you said you mean the cage method. I always listen for the because Matt corrected me on that
I'm
last
pretty
podcast.
sure, yeah.
Can you imagine this didn't have stuff? It's just
Maybe.
Cat and Hat.
Cat
It's
hat.
cat and hat.
Cat
Cat
hat.
hat.
Cat
Yeah,
hat.
why waste word on, why use
Cat
the
hat,
lot
also
word
known
when
as a
you word
condom.
do check?
Few words. True. Feels like a joke
Anyways.
made in this film. That's the messed up part.
Mom breaks up with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, even though he didn't. Know
The party happens and it's a huge success and we learn nothing. Is that it? Is that the
yeah,
ending?
yeah, all the problems are
Oh,
solved.
and cue the worst fucking cover of a Beatles song I have ever Kurt.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
life.
When they're cleaning.
Getting
What was
better
that song?
all the time.
Got to admit, it's getting better.
He doesn't have a British accent. I wrote in the text, it sounds like a drunk Wiggles, and that's what it is.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that whole part.
As they're oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's getting better all the time.
What a
It doesn't. It sounds like a half-made version of that song, though.
It
Like
did.
the whole
It's
time, I
not-
was like, I know this song, but
I feel like
something's
you're
off.
missing something.
Hey,
There's no
I fucked
instruments?
up. So I watched this on my Plex, and I was like, did somebody upload this with their own version of this song? You know, like somebody got on there and was like, it's getting better all the time. Listen to me on Pete Beats Radio.
No, it's just Mike Myers. Yeah, just
Piece of shit.
all in all, and that's the end of the film, right? Like we've solved
Yeah,
all the
we're there.
problems that got introduced in the first 10 minutes in the last.
Mom
10
and the kids jump on the couch, and the Cat in the Hat walks off. Right?
Yeah, he narrates how great he is, and they took.
Oh, him walking and gonna go
Because-
to a vacation on Hawaii.
Yeah, because he can't shut the hell up for 1 minute in this film.
Really
There has to be something.
That's what I'm saying. The director would have said, "This is not your moment now. Shut the fuck up."
But no,
They're jumping.
and the sings are in
Director
there
or
too.
the editor would edit it out. Would be the easiest.
You
way.
know that they probably did edit out a ton of Mike Myers lines.
Oh,
Like I
God.
guarantee that they probably took out like an hour of his just
I-
ad-lib.
I think you're kind of right and kind of wrong. He hated it so much. He was just like, "You tell me the fucking line, and I'm gonna do it, and then we
Just
move
a
on."
line, and
You
maybe a
hear
snippy,
me?
I'm gonna give you a little extra.
a little.
Give you a little bit of the love guru. I'm gonna give you some love guru.
I'm gonna look right in the camera and do a weird wink and then
That's
window
what-
face.
That's the whole movie.
He started looking at the camera as like this, almost like fuck you to him. He's like, "Oh, you want me to do it again? Okay, bring the camera over here." And the cat said, "Hey, wink, wink," and like he says whatever joke, and they're like,
The whole time.
"Is that it?" And he's
It
like,
does.
If you make me do it again, I'm gonna do it even worse. And like, all right, we'll take it, Mike.
All right, we'll
take
take it. It is like a passive aggressive. I'm just gonna stare. This is my sight line. The camera. This is where I stare.
Yep.
Mike, you know you can't stare there.
The hell I can't. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. Do you want me to
It's
do the
better than
movie?
having Conrad in the frame.
You want me to do this or not? You guys sued me to be a part of this. I'm gonna do it the Mike
I'm gonna
Myers way,
deliver this
however the
line.
fuck I want to.
Making eye contact to you. You're gonna hear
You can
this
either
shitty joke.
fire me or you're gonna get the worst performance of your life. Your choice.
Well, we got that.
Well, Mike, if we fire you, no one else. We couldn't even get Tim Allen to do this, so
God, Tim
it's
Allen.
Oh yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I love the idea of the Cat in the Hat making dog noises, though. I think there would have been some too.
Yeah, but could you imagine him unleashed on Conrad's mom?
Conrad,
Like,
where's
he
your
will-
mom? Clean up the house.
Yeah.
I will say they
he would have
yes,
been the
yes, I
dog in the
could.
hat because he would have doggy styled her instantly, man.
I could have seen
Yeah,
that for
dog,
sure.
Water, squirt, squirt.
That is one takeaway from this movie. I think is a positive. I'm not like usually one to say this. The mom was kind of hot in this movie. They made her pretty.
She's the mom from Sky High.
I mean,
too,
how
right?
great she is when she comes in the pink polka dot dress, and then I'm like, "You got the job," and she's like, "I already got the job, asshole. Who are
I
you?"
already
Yeah,
work
it's
here.
like, yeah.
We're real estate agents. We technically
Clean
work for
yourself. I'm your boss. Clean yourself.
Okay,
like a
clean.
cat.
Jump in a tub of alcohol.
But yeah,
So that was the movie.
probably our least detailed walkthrough of a film.
I think it's
And
fine.
our best
think we
ever for
covered
that.
it.
Well, we did, man. There's no.
Unless we
no-
wanted to go through every single joke that this film has.
Oh my God, we'd be here till the end of time. I'm not doing that.
Not if we went through every single joke that landed. We'd be here for about 7
We,
minutes.
we did go through all those, though. That's the problem. We got
Yeah,
them.
we did. We
Yeah.
did.
Get away, you.
In fact, we'll go ahead and move to the rating part because, like,
Oh wow, Matt's
Wasn't
just
a
like
big
my
deal.
part.
No, yeah, I have a contract.
You know,
Specified.
I just randomly
I'm a
thinking,
union
let's just
man.
move to the part that I'm responsible for. Come on, come with me, everyone. We're doing it. Let's
I do
go.
my bit, and then I can go home, guys.
is before I watch this movie again, in my mind, whenever I started this movie, it's the cupcake part and a lot of the jokes around there. Right? So like the first 10 minutes of the cat being introduced, and he does like a bunch of the cutaway, like the mama dance and the cupcakes and the cutting of the tail and the lawyers. And I realized after watching the film, that might be the only actual good parts of this film.
I think
Yeah.
And it's the only parts I still think about. Like
That's fine, Matt.
like that's it though. Like now that I'm saying, like everything else in this film just kind of sucked.
There's about 3 seconds worth of things I laughed or enjoyed in this, and that's pretty much it. 3 seconds.
God, you're just an asshole about it, man. It's okay to say a crappy movie made you laugh every once in a while.
I already said it.
yeah.
I said the hippie.
3
freak thing,
seconds is not enough.
but it's fairly accurate, and that's it. I mean, I watched this, and the whole time it's not. I don't know. It's a different kind of hate of Book of Henry because I'm just like, this is a kids movie. It's so fucking weird.
So here's the problem, I think.
Yeah.
We do these movies, and when we talk about them now, I'm super early in the morning where I'm usually in a better mood. It's getting later for you all, so you're starting to get grumpy and tired and all that stuff.
Just hatred.
Well, wait a second.
Hey.
We were all pretty psyched about Cage. We were pretty psyched about Cage.
I went 9.3, Brandon.
Whoa. We had happiness in our hearts. We had happiness.
That's
There was a
fair.
twinkle in Matt's eyes a couple times. And
I
we
can
had
go back and
happiness.
watch Cage.
I already have. Thank you. But this movie,
So have
fuck
I.
you, suck a dick, bitch. This movie sucks.
I can't believe they actually have the actors stare at the camera in this film.
That's it.
Go in roll, and they just the director
And not
didn't
once,
give
not
a shit
twice.
enough. Like you think,
I know.
as a director, he sits down there.
It's
Okay, first off,
Deadpool.
this rule, don't let him look at the camera.
Wait. You all like Deadpool. This is Deadpool
No, I
before
don't.
Deadpool existed.
I
I'm
don't
okay
like
with
Deadpool. I don't.
I'm okay.
Okay.
On Deadpool.
I
I
thought
don't.
you
hate
all-
I didn't like the first
This is
one.
Deadpool
because
before
all I-
Deadpool. Though. He looks at the camera, he makes a joke, and that's
Force
what he
Wall
does.
Break, yeah.
I don't like. I don't like
Nonstop.
Ryan Reynolds. I don't like.
He's Ryan Reynolds.
He cusses. It's a superhero movie where he
Or-
cusses.
so
Okay,
fucking
cool.
Cool. Even guys think he's cute. And you're like, what?
There were parts of it that was cool, but
like
Yeah.
5 seconds.
I don't
Yeah.
hate Deadpool. It's not highly.
I'm
rated.
done with it. Yeah.
I haven't watched the second or third, but that's fine.
Oh, they get worse.
Yeah, I actually think they got worse.
That Wolverine
that-
one's
that-
just a cameo special.
Yeah,
hate
it's also
movies
just that
like
was
that.
also Marvel at its lowest point when that film came out, and they were just trying to dig out. I mean, they're still in their lowest point. I'm just saying
Okay.
they were
I get
also in their lowest point when that came out last year.
Yeah, I
While we're
heard
down here-
Thunderbolts was pretty good.
I did
Was it
too.
not?
What movie?
Thunderbolts.
Oh, I've not watched it.
I've heard
I-
good things.
I thought about it.
I don't care though.
I didn't want to go to the theater for a bunch of no-name superheroes and a brand. Like, I don't know. I know that sounds
Well,
crappy.
that might
but
be
it's
the
like-
reason I would go. I still need to go see Phoenician Scheme. I was going to watch it tonight, but I'm like, there is no way I'm going to watch that movie and then watch this
and watch
movie
Cat in the Hat. Yeah,
and keep my
No.
sanity. You know,
I'm gonna watch.
there's
it.
a guy who cares, and then there's this. But are we doing ratings?
Let's do
And
it.
Brent,
I
you're
don't know.
wrong. We came with positivity in Cage. We had happiness in our hearts. There was a skip to my step. The problem is the movie. The
That's
movie
fair.
you forced upon us, good sir.
Don't
I
agree
just
with
want
that.
I just want to pull up from the Cage our notes, which is usually
From Cage.
from Cage.
Yeah,
Is
get it right.
on Brett's note on Does It Do the Sing, he put, what the hell was the sing? Brandon said, slurs are great. And I put Tiger Joe. Because that's the best name
see-
No.
Matt
I feel like
and
you're
me
just
came
bad
up
at
with-
note taking.
No, shut up. Matt and me came with positivity, and we hit the nail on the head. You didn't know what was going on. So you don't, the cage boys over here.
If it's
I put
anything I
slurs are great
enjoy.
for Brandon
Yeah.
because the part
Yeah.
of the film was like, get up, you retarded faggot. That's why.
Yeah, that's the real positivity. If you can't find the positivity in racial and
Just all around
disability
insulting.
slurs.
You all know that
The cat-
line was
What's crazy
amazing.
is the Cat in the Hat was like an inch away from saying something like that in this film.
It was.
Like,
It
Multiple
was. It
times.
was.
It's not once or twice. It was multiple times.
oh yeah. So Brett, enjoyability.
So I spent this whole time defending this movie. I'm not gonna go as low as. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Backyard.
It's not
again.
enjoyable. It's a 2.5 enjoyability. I'm gonna go pretty low. It's just not a good movie, but I think it's equal to the damn Grinch movie. So whatever. 3.5. 3.5.
What is this one? Enjoyability?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is enjoyability. No judgment.
Can I
here.
do a 0 or do I have to do a 1?
I
Fucking,
I don't think you can
serious? Are you
Well,
serious? A 0 for this?
One. I
For this?
despise this. I despise. You fell asleep 2 fucking times. How enjoyable
do
can
zero.
it be?
Point there,
You?
Brett. You
How
fell
fucking
asleep.
enjoyable. You don't even know what. You didn't even watch all of it. You're
This
a
isn't
fucking
even like
bag
a
of dick.
documentary or like a slow-paced film where it makes sense to fall. This film is way too loud and colorful to fall asleep. And you didn't talk.
I told you
They
all
had
that
big
confidence.
fucking
I went to
asses
this
ripping
rave last
me in,
night,
and you
And I
passed
just
out.
passed out. Yeah.
I did fall asleep at the rave actually.
Twice.
At one time. Yeah, one time.
Twice.
The birthday party was the first time I fell asleep.
Oh my god! Halfway through.
He's like,
I'm not even
screaming.
joking. I fell asleep and then woke up and rewound it and did it again. And then I fell asleep at the rave and woke up to Fran Drescher talking on the nanny. So, yes, I think a 1 is too low. Matt, what do you got?
Didn't stay
I'm
awake.
just
How
like-
enjoyable could it be? You
I
didn't
don't
even
know.
finish it.
Let it go.
5 is so low, though. Like, that is low.
That's what I thought, right?
okay,
but-
like, just hypothetically,
Hey, man, how
Brandon,
about
where would
this?
you put...
You're tasked with watching a movie. You fall asleep once. You rewind it and fall asleep again. How fucking enjoyable can it be?
You did eventually make it through it, though.
No, I didn't.
No, we didn't.
I woke up this morning at 4:30 and I rewound it back to
And
the
he
part
said, fuck
where
it.
I went to the part where he got the hat back on, and they're like, I thought, where'd the hat go this whole time?
That's why you had questions.
That's what I didn't understand.
You didn't even know the hippie freak
I
part.
feel like we should move past the part that 1 or 2 of us might have fallen asleep during this movie a couple
But,
times.
all right, I'm going to give it a 3 because I did those jokes when he
You're
first
Trader
appeared in the
Joe. You're Trader Joe.
Tiger Show.
No. You said on last episode twice
Oh,
you called him
I
Trader Joe.
It's the
So
best
you're
thing
Trader Joe.
ever.
I can't believe you went 3. I thought you would go a 4.
I
Why,
just
to one up
that's
the guy who
really
fell
like
asleep?
him.
Wait, so the guy who fell asleep gave it the highest rating? Ooh.
Maybe that's why you didn't actually suffer.
No,
Yeah, maybe you won't need to learn
overcompensating.
my method of watching movies.
He's overcompensating. He's like,
fell
I fell asleep.
asleep
I gotta
during
give it a
the
highest score.
Wow. I will say, when I first started watching, I thought this is a
immediately
huge
woke
pile
up?
of shit.
Whoa.
There are some jokes that land, and I don't know.
No, I get it.
Oh,
So now
3.5 is not
And then
high.
fell asleep again.
I think we're now on this thing that I think it's gonna get the lowest of characters.
Aw.
I'll go first. This is a 1. These are
Yeah.
all terrible. None of these are characters, and it's just added crap to add crap in a film that didn't need stuff added.
We kept calling Conrad Concrete after the cat because none of us knew any better.
I guess the only character would be the Cat in the Hat, but I think whatever character the things bring it down. I don't care.
Is
what
he a
else.
character?
I don't know. He's
Actually, he has his moments. Like I said, every 1 out of 10
I'm
jokes.
gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go to a 2.
One.
Brandon. All right,
1.
yeah, that's fair. Bert.
What is it, a
Do I
10?
get to have an opinion?
Is it a 10? Is this
Does
in
my
your-
opinion matter?
Is this
Might
in
have
your-
fallen asleep.
Well,
Top 10
I'll be
greatest films? Top 10
Depending on
films
your
to go to
numbers.
sleep to.
It's a 2.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I'm with
Just 'cause
Matt.
the cat.
Is this
Because
hey, Brett, is this going to replace Big Trouble in Little China to movies to sleep to? Because you seem to do a pretty good job of passing out to it.
don't be an asshole. Don't do that.
Different type.
The
Of
I love
asshole
Big Trouble.
is the man who watched it all.
Rod.
You did not.
That's fair. But you know what? We got through this, so.
Now
Did
we're
you
on.
do the thing?
Does it do the thing? What is the thing?
Hey, this is Matt's job.
Yeah,
Let him introduce this,
sorry.
please.
I'm
Bullshit
infringing
watches.
on your rights.
yeah. All
Yeah.
right, we don't want to get to the warehouse manager down here.
What?
I'm gonna define this thing as does it do a
Chris?
fun adaptation, fun adaptation of the book? And God, we can't put zeros. This is a 1. None of this is Cat in the Hat.
Cat in your hat. I like that.
Catty,
Oh, cool. Sounds
catty,
cool.
hatty.
Catty hat. I had more enjoyment out of Matt's sentence right there than I had out of this movie.
I
And
feel like just
Are you ones across the...
I'm just gonna pre.
dear God, dear God.
This is not the worst
Hey,
movie we've
no,
ever
wait a second.
watched.
I
and
want
you're
you all to
treating
hear
it like
something.
it is.
Here's my prayer. Hey, God, what number comes after 1? I do not need to know, because 1 is where I end for Cat in the Hat. Bless us with another 1.
I
Amen.
think you're gonna
1,
regret
bitches.
this. You're gonna regret this.
No, what I
You're going
regret is
too
watching
low.
it all the way through and not taking 2 naps.
One of them was not a nap. One of them was a full-blown sleep. Okay.
Wow, I've been in this film 30 minutes and I'm out.
Good.
Like I said, I got the season 3 of The Nanny in my sleep. Okay.
I still love
Here's the
that
thing.
animal.
It sounds like you've absorbed more of the nanny than you did of the Cat in the Hat. You fucking asshole, you.
I just think you put this as a 1, which means this is the worst it could ever be, and that's just not. I don't think that's fair.
Here's the thing. I
I
won't
guess I don't
praise
think in
on.
absolute terms. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
do.
Absolutes
Okay,
are hard.
I'm a Sith.
I don't put things on greatest because my top ones are shifting and they can ever be moving. These bottom dwellers though, they're always bottom dwellers. They belong in the fucking cellar. They're not real people.
No, this movie is not the opposite of Royal Tenenbaums. It's like,
It is. Oh my God! Yes, it
I know what
is.
you're saying.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because the colors, the set design. Yes, it is. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Brett. You've Thunderbolt. Push. Yes, that's it. It's the opposite of Royal Tenenbaums. Can you write that down
not.
instead of the racial slur thing? Can you
No,
write
that was
down
that's nice.
I just.
opposite of Royal Tenenbaums? I don't want the racial slur one on me this time. I don't need it. You can't have that twice. And put for Brett's, for what I remember, and when Sleepy Time did not hit me, I gave it a decent score.
No. You don't even know what score I gave it out of Did It Do the Thing?
Yeah.
Chamomile tea.
Did it do the
Did it
same?
make an adaptation of Dr. Seuss's Cat
Hey,
in the
Brett,
Hat?
are
Yes.
you?
Yes,
wait,
it
wait,
did. Was it a good adaptation? No. So 1 out of 2 things it did
Wait.
right. Let's give it a 3.5 out of 10. I'm happy with that.
Are you
That's fair.
reviewing
I
Cat
get
in the
it.
Hat? Did it do the thing, or did your melatonin do the thing last night?
You know what? I'm going to go back and raise mine to a 2 on Does It Do the Thing? Because it does cover the fish, the cat, the rain, all 20 pages of that book. It just does it all terribly.
It
If that's
does.
the thing you consider it, yes, you little people pleaser.
No.
By
you're-
far our lowest average
this is-
film.
and that's fine. Of the 4 that have made this list, that's fine. It's easily the worst. But of all the movies we've watched, this is Brandon saying it gets no lower than this movie, and that's just not true. You think this is the worst we've ever watched?
I had a horrific time watching
is the
this,
worst
but I
you've
stayed
ever
awake for it.
Last
I had
night.
a horrific time staying awake for it, but I did it. I hate this
Fuck.
movie. I'm
It
telling
can't
you,
be the worst we've ever watched. It
It's
just
not
can't
the
be.
worst. It's the bottom. It's near the bottom.
It's just down there in a pit.
No. Book of Henry is. I hated watching Book of Henry more than I hated watching this.
You know what? With
That's
time
fair.
that's went by, I've enjoyed more of Book of Henry because I've gotten more jokes and laughter out
No,
of
we'll
that.
get jokes out of
and
this
it's-
forever.
the joke I'm gonna have is says, "Hey, look, it's sleepy time, Brett. Do you think he's gonna make it through the night?"
I would agree with Brett. Book of Henry is probably one of the worst
I like
things
Book of
in
Henry
film.
more than this. I paid more attention because I laughed more on that one. This one,
Hey,
I
Matt.
was like, oh.
What did we score Book of Henry?
I don't know.
Like
man.
just our average. I thought you had the cumulative on that because isn't that the first one we did the scoring on?
No, it was Commando.
Oh,
We started this after Book of Henry because we were trying to figure out how to rate.
So you
Book of
have
Henry,
no
'cause it
evidence
didn't make
to
sense.
grade me against. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for your laziness. Union rules matter.
there's no laziness. It wasn't created.
Going off of my memory, I'm pretty sure
We scored it
we
higher.
thought. But we did. I remember us talking because the actual filmography and acting was pretty solid in Book of Henry. It was just the plot that was
That's
insane.
Yeah, I just feel like ones across the board imply that every single thing was done incorrectly. In
See,
this
to me,
movie.
ones across the board means just hate. I don't even
That-
think it's a
thank you.
judgment. I think it's
Yeah.
just.
See,
hate.
it's not
And I
that
get
That's a problem. That's a flaw, though. You
When
can't.
I look at this movie, my skin crawls and I die a little inside.
Brandon
But I
hates
stay
it for the
awake.
love of the game.
God,
Thank
you really
you.
hate
Thank
this
you.
one, though.
I do. I hate it.
I don't understand. It's not great, but I don't understand the total disdain for it. There are worse movies that we've watched.
That's not what we're speaking on, though, right? That's not our comparison. It's me rating it for all of these things. Are they worse movies? Yeah. But some of those worst movies, I'll get more enjoyment out of.
No. Well, yeah, some, but like last night, that was a
You guys
dead
just keep
thing.
riding that film.
Okay,
That
how about the
one
next
is
movie you
hard.
picked where
But
we
here's the
watched the
thing. Last night,
that
they had
creature?
better acting. I
My
could see
problem.
what they were doing in that movie. Well, that's different. That's fucking different. Last night, though, that was borderline a porno. I didn't know if I should be. I didn't know if I should have my notebook out, get notes out, or my dick out. And there's a problem there. And Book of It, not Book of It. God damn it! Last night, at least, I can say there was some skill involved. I didn't like it, and it was boring, and it was drab, but I could at least give it effort. This movie, it had everything it should have. It had money. It had an all-star lead cast, and it just sucked. It fucking sucked.
So the butterfly effect. Would we give that all ones
What?
across the board?
Is-
Forgot about that. That is one.
No,
Is that ones
wait,
across the board?
hey,
Really?
Wait. Okay, let's
It's
talk about
probably
this.
a one
Wait,
and a two
wait.
mix.
Is Ashton Kutcher the main lead? Did you say that's a good actor? And also, it gave us. I'll probably
Mike
be
Myers
in
is.
Tijuana doing Donkey Show. So I
Also
want you to think about
gave-
that.
It also gave, man, everyone's life is great, but I'm in a wheelchair, so YOLO.
Yeah.
Time to change the game.
Everyone's going
Hey,
down.
I thought about this. Him killing himself, you know what that probably means? That daughter and the son, the crazy son, got stuck with that dad. He ended up molesting him more, and that guy ended up like blowing up the baby still. Like all that shit probably still happened, but he wasn't there. That's it.
Yeah, it was. God, that film might be ones across the board because it was insulting. I feel that's a different. I get Brandon's ones on this because he hates it. My ones on that film, Butterfly Effect, is just because I feel like it is attacking me. I feel like it was a personal attack on me. God, that
I don't
film-
know. Without that movie, I'd probably be in Tijuana. Doing a
That's really
Doing
you
doing
believe.
what? What would you be doing to?
That's an Alex Jones podcast. If we didn't have
Hey,
to-
I'm out here in Tijuana. I'm doing a donkey show right now. Me and Joe Rogan, we're gonna ride this jackass to the end. It's
Yeah,
a Republican party.
Folks, apparently there's a Jew out there right now that can cut his arms and read a book and go back in time.
I told him I'd been over and he could punch me in the asshole. He called it a donkey punch.
Hold on. If Alex Jones is attacking Ashton Kutcher's character in Oh my god, I forgot the name of that film. That's how much I dislike it.
Butterfly Effect.
Butterfly
Mothman
Effect.
Prophecies.
Mothman Prophecies. Then I'm siding with Alex Jones. Like, there's no.
I'll agree with you for this one time. Yeah.
But okay,
I'm
yes,
with Alex
but
Jones on this.
yeah, but Alex Jones never said this.
I know.
The
I'm
thing
just
is-
saying, in this hypothetical world, like, that's how far I'm willing to go.
All right.
Hey, Jones, can we not talk about, like, how kids definitely died? But I
Thanks
do
for the
agree
support,
about
Matt.
Hey, you know that Alex Jones goes back in that past, and his wife is like, "I'll probably be going." You go back again, I'll probably be doing a donkey show in Tijuana. He's like, "Really? So let me go back one more fucking time."
Go back? Why haven't you went back?
Bitch, don't you dare divorce me.
Wow, but
There's our
But yeah.
ratings.
there's ours.
Do we usually average them out? Can you
We
average
do.
them out?
Enjoyability is 2.5. Characters is 1.6 repeating, so 1 2/3. And does it do the thing is 2.16 repeating.
Hey,
which
Matt,
is just all to say terrible.
can you give me my average?
I think it comes out to roughly 1.0 repeating. And for your note, I put
Too
opposite
high.
of Royal Tenenbaums.
Thank you.
For
Thank
Brett,
you. No
I
racial
put Fell
slurs.
Asleep Twice, quote, not great, but I don't understand the total disdain. Was Brett's quote.
Put fell asleep twice.
What did you
something
put
about
for you?
Fran Drescher, Folgers in a cup.
What did you put for yourself?
Only thing I can remember is the cutaways.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very, very lame, but that's all I have.
Also put for Brett, he liked the mom.
How about we let Matt dictate this? But yeah, please put that.
I'm
I'm
sure
also
mine
putting
for Roadhouse
Brett.
would be like Brandon liked Patrick Swayze starring as the female.
Yeah, I do remember listening to that one and thinking that you're the only person in the world that found that woman attractive.
Here's the thing, guys. I'd eat her ass. And I'd wear the pants. I think it might have been my lines. One of my favorite lines from that was, "He wears the pants of a woman." Okay, so 1 second here.
breakdown.